This is the All-American Coaching League, presented by Axis Sports.
What's up, party people of the AACL, the All-American Coaching League? This is Dave Axis continuing week one tonight. We've got 3 games on slate getting ready to kick off. The number one team in the AACL nation, Old Dominion, traveling to the 7th ranked Memphis Tigers. We also have 20th ranked UNLV at 5th ranked Colorado and 13th ranked Kansas at 17th ranked Minnesota later this evening. Like I said, my name is Dave Axis. Welcome to the All-American Coaching League. We have different broadcasters for each game this evening. So I am going to go ahead and turn the first game over to our first crew, which will be Greg Soto, Coach Craven, and B. Robo in the first game. I don't know if they're going to be their athletic directors or their coaches in the studio, but they can announce themselves as they wish. So in the meantime, welcome to the All-American Coaching League, and I'm going to get things ready behind the scenes as Greg takes over. Greg and crew, it's all you. Do your thing. Welcome back, Greg, to announcing. Appreciate you being here, bro. Take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave. Everybody give a round of applause to Dave Axis having this this awesome league for us here, the All-American Coaching League. And again, like he said, this is Greg Soto, Mr. Excitement. And I have in the booth today with me Coach Craven or Woody. Who do I have today?
Oh, take your pick. Whoever the
you're muted, bro.
Oh, crap.
Well, we can go. We also have in the booth with me Coach Robo. How's it going, Coach Robo?
Yeah, doing great, Greg. Glad to be here and looking forward to an exciting game.
Yeah, I am too. This number one team, Old Dominion, the Monarchs have been crazy in the preseason for some of the games that we saw. They were just dominating, and they traveled to Memphis to see what these number 7 Tigers have going on. We definitely have to look for these players of the game, players to watch during the game, especially QB for the Monarchs, Vaj Unitas, and the running back and returner Dusty Coles. Along with that, the Tigers have a speedy wide receiver and return man Flash Freddy and their running back Stonefly Rush. What do you think about these players?
I'm sure Clint Torres has a lot for us tonight. It's there's always excitement when you're dealing with Clint Torres.
Yeah, there definitely is. I mean, he has a unique way of scouting and going after these high school athletes to come to Old Dominion. Very interesting. He has a variety of different players from all around the world, actually. Very unique play style and names. So we'll see what happens here in Memphis tonight. This is going to be a big game for the Tigers to kind of prove what the preseason, kind of prove if the preseason was really legit or not for these Monarchs.
I think I am.
And we're getting close to kickoff here. So again, the head coach for the Old Dominion Monarchs is Clint Torres, and for the Memphis Tigers, we have Pepper Rogers. I cannot.
Oh, it's just Greg that can't hear me.
Okay, are you there, Woody?
I am, sir.
Oh,
yes.
I can hear you now. Fantastic. I don't know what happened, but I could hear you.
Apparently, I had to mute and unmute a couple of times.
That was weird. But again, welcome to the booth. Would you like to go by Woody or Coach Craven tonight?
I'm feeling a little limp today. Let's not go by Woody.
Okay, fantastic, Coach Craven. So what do you think about these two teams matching up tonight?
Well, hey, we mentioned old Vaz Unitas, and Clint Torres he's a slippery guy. He's gonna throw some curves on us today, and you never know what you're gonna get coming out of that. And but let's not overlook Memphis. Flash Freddy and Stonefly Rush. Stonefly in particular had a great preseason, and as we saw yesterday, even our two lowest ranked teams, for whatever that's worth, at the beginning of the season, had a really good game, and I'm expecting the same tonight.
Fantastic, fantastic. I do feel like this is going to be a good game. And we're almost here, ready to go to the field, and let's see these two teams get ready. And we're here at the Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium in Memphis. The Tigers taking on the Monarchs of Old Dominion. And we go out here to the coin toss. Tails it is. Looks like Memphis will kick. Yep, and Old Dominion look like they do have the ball first, Coach Craven.
Yeah, Old Dominion in those classy white uniforms. I just love their look. I don't know what it is. It's just very simple, very clean look. And we're going to see Vag take the field right away.
Yeah, good return there by Van Ariel to the 28-yard line, coming out in 4 wide. Good pass right there to number 5 for about 12, 13 yards. Brian Morton, 13-yard reception there to the 41, already moving fast down the field in their first play, Coach Craven.
This is what we saw from them in the preseason. We saw a lot of a very good passing game. Obviously, a quarterback that can run as well.
And that is a fast Vag getting 11 yards right off the bat. Unitas with a first down, now 3 wide, at already at the Tigers' end of the field at the 48-yard line. Vag Unitas looking. Finds Brian Morton again. Seems to be like his favorite target right now for a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3 right now, just outside the 40-yard line. Coach Robo, how do you feel about this drive so far?
Yeah, I mean, they're coming out looking like the team we expected, and they're.
Oh, what a hit!
Oh, nice hit. And Vag is doing his slippery thing.
Yep, Dusty Coles with a good run there. 1st and 10. At the 33-yard line. Monarchs moving the ball with no problem. Another pass here down below. Again, 12, 13 yards. Testicular with a great catch there. I don't know, Coach Craven and Coach Robo, some of these names from some of these players that they've recruited in Old Dominion. I got to find out where they're actually from.
I need a minute here because that last one in particular, that one got me.
Bad pass by the Vag right up the middle. Now he's 3 for 4. It brings up a 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line. Handoff again. Oh, he can't be stopped. He's still going. Took about 2 players. Charlie Moore, nice young man with a regular sounding name for 16 yards here in the red zone. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line here, going 5 wide, Coach Craven.
Yeah, that's, looks like a good choice.
Oh, and touchdown for the Vag Unitas, 4-yard TD run already. Literally just unstoppable down the field, Coach Robo, for 6 right there. What do you think about this drive? 8 plays, 68 yards, only a minute and 15 seconds, Coach Robo.
Yeah, Vag took more victims than a Miami South Beach party.
Yeah, too bad Memphis couldn't scratch that itch on Vag. Boy, they barely touched him that whole entire drive. But Stonefly Rush coming out with a decent return, 1st and 10 to the 18-yard line. Let's see what the Tigers can do here at home. And good run to the left-hand side, 4-yard rush by Stonefly Rush. Coach Craven, what do you think that these guys here at Memphis and the Memphis team have to do right now to answer back?
Well, they've got a match. I mean, they can't afford to have any missed opportunities. I don't think that Old Dominion is going to fail to score very often. So they've got to do the same.
Yeah, and that was not a quarterback keeper. Bad read there by Trammell. Brings up a 3rd and 11. Something that Old Dominion did. I don't even think Old Dominion had a 3rd down. So let's see what happens here. Oh, great catch by Kevin Wall for the 12-yard reception for a 1st down. Wow. Got enough. Wow, what a clutch play there on the game's first 3rd down for both teams, actually. Let's see here. They're looking to see on the sideline what the coach wants. Pepper Rogers. Oh, was intercepted, Coach. Oh, my goodness. Pick 6 already. Michael Bryant, cornerback number 26, read the quarterback's eyes all the way. Cut inside, untouched, pick 6, and now Old Dominion looks the same as they did in the preseason, Coach Craven.
Yeah, boy, they haven't missed a beat, have they?
They have not. They have not. I mean, I really thought maybe Memphis was going to answer back, but literally in the first couple of minutes, already down. These Tigers are down 14-0. Let's see what Rush can do here on the return. You know, after that bad series there, Coach Robo, I mean, what does Trammell have to do as the quarterback to kind of just shake that off?
I think they're going to have to run the ball more. I think they're going to have to settle down. The game is not out of reach yet. There's still a lot of game to play. So stay focused on your game plan and just don't make mental mistakes.
Yeah, I agree. Trammell definitely has to, get some leadership in there and not throw it. Oh, bad throw right off the bat. Moondoggy Trammell not having a good passing day already. Only 1 of 3. They only got was that 1st down for 12 yards, and since, interception and a bad pass to the sideline. Here we go, short pass to Stonefly Rush for 4 yards, another 3rd down, 3rd and 6. Coach, what do you think about Stonefly Rush? I mean, how does he have to kind of play along with Trammell here and help him out? Seems definitely that Trammell's a little shaken until that
a little
pass.
bit.
Yeah.
Well, that last pass to Stonefly was a great way. That's a great way to get your quarterback settled down. And they also kind of overlooked that they got 4 yards on that first came out in an I formation and ran the ball with him. And, hey, I'll take 4 yards every time he runs the ball. So I feel like, that would have been, this isn't going to work out for him, but I think that would have, I think that's a formula for him that they should stay with, mix it up and give him opportunities, quick passing and some runs.
Yep, and back now, 2nd and 11, just inside the 50-yard line at the 47. Let's see what Trammell can do. And Trammell, I don't know what he's looking at. He had Stonefly Rush wide open there. Literally, the Stonefly went to, and he had nobody around him, and he threw it away. I just don't understand what's going on here with Trammell. I don't know. These Monarchs defensive line have him. Oh, my goodness. He's all shaken up.
Wow.
Trammell now, Coach Robo, with a 7-yard loss. It looks like he was getting good protection, but I don't know. I don't know. Trammell's got to settle down here. He's a little nervous.
Yeah, I think Moondoggy, he might have just taken that doggy style. It's just that wasn't very good at all.
Oof.
He's playing like he got bad news from his girlfriend right before the game. I'm not sure.
Or boyfriend, whatever floats his boat.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Pepper Rogers definitely has to talk to him a little bit and let him calm down. It's not a good start at home here for the Tigers, and Old Dominion gets the ball back in great field position at the 31-yard line. Let's see what they're going to be able to do here. Vag Unitas again looking. And I thought that's a good pass. Look, you lost 3 yards, but at least you don't get the sack. It's something that that Moondoggy needs to do, especially if his running back's going down in the flat. And that might be an offsides. We'll see what happens. Nope. Vag Unitas takes the ball. Ooh, he got hit pretty hard there. Got the yardage back. 3rd and 10. This is actually the Monarchs' first 3rd down of the game. Waiting for that wide receiver to get back.
Got a great series so far for Memphis. Let's shut them down on 3rd down and try to get the ball back.
Oh, nice pass deflected by number 44 of the Tigers, bringing up a 4th down. And finally, the Monarchs have been stopped, and they got a punt now.
Gotta call that a win for Memphis.
Definitely. Let's see what Rush can return here. Bounces off a tackle, can't get away from the other one. Oh, and that's Flash Freddy, actually, for a 10-yard return. So let's see here what these guys can do here at home. Tigers have the ball at the 38-yard line. Hopefully Moondoggy has been able to settle down a little bit. There we go, finding an open receiver. I think that's a tight end. Tiger Tom for 25 yards there, Coach Craven.
Yeah, we've seen some really good throws from Moondoggy. It's just we've also seen some really ugly stuff.
Yeah, they're few and far between. It looks like he's up and down the whole game so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Good handoff there to Stonefly Rush. Oh, evades some tackles, runs over people. Wow. What a run. 22 yards for Stonefly Rush. Gets him into the red zone. They're actually at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Looking off to the sideline to change the play here. Let's see what they can do. Handoff to Stonefly Rush. Bowls over somebody. Oh, barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Thank goodness. 2nd and 10 now. Ed Turner for Old Dominion with 2 tackles and 1 tackle for a loss. Let's see what Doggy Trammell can do here. Put some points on the board here for the Tigers. Oh, and he keeps it, but that was a good read there by the defense. Nothing gained by Cunnilingus. Oh, my goodness. What a stop there. 3rd and 10 now for the Tigers, Coach Robo.
Yeah, absolutely. Great stop, but as we're watching right now, no flag of the play.
Let's see what happens here. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
And that looks like it might be against the Tigers. And it is. It's against the tight end, Tiger Tom, clipping 15 yards. They wave it off, and they'll take it even after that. And that'll be the end of the first quarter with the Monarchs 14, Memphis 0. Coach Craven, what do you think about that first quarter?
Well, all Old Dominion, but we did see a little sign of life at the end there from Memphis. So hopefully they can keep that going and make it a contest.
Yeah, and here we go. Tigers on that 4th and 2nd. And the field goal is good. Good field goal there, at least to get some points on the board. We saw a little flash there of total yards. Total yards is pretty much close to being even. I think it was like 73 yards for one team and 86 for the other. It's really been the difference has been just the Monarchs taking command. Dusty Coles there for a 33-yard return. Taking command in the first 2 drives and that pick 6 is really the big difference of the game. I think if Moondoggy can settle down, we can make a game out of this.
Yeah, if you take that really rather egregious pick 6 out of there, this is a contest. But
Vag Unitas there. Vag Unitas there for 8 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 2 already at the 43-yard line. And he's looking back. He doesn't see anybody open. Oh, and he gets sacked. 7-yard loss there by the Vag. Blake Moore smelling the Vag, not moving around too much and tackling it. Actually, wow, that's 3 guys, one white guy cup. I don't know, man. 3 guys on Vag.
I would pay double for that.
I would put more on Vag than anybody has ever put more on Vag.
Wow, that's I don't think Vag wants to see that anymore. White Vag, 3 black guys. Whew, that's a tough game. That's something I see on Tube Galore sometimes. The 4th and 1 now. Monarchs have to punt the ball. 14-3. The Monarchs still in the lead. And let's see what the Tigers can do here on that small return there by Freddie to the 28-yard line. Again, we want to thank some of the people that are watching here on Twitch. That's good. Bob Funk, Bo Martin Jr., Dave Access, Eagle Mondavi, Lone Star Glory, Coach Craven. Thank you all for watching. Again, we're in the second quarter, first game of the night. Monarchs up 14-3. And here we go back again. Moondoggy. Bad passes is something that we've been talking about, Coach. Good pass, bad pass. It's just up and down, even now in the second quarter.
Oh, yeah, and they're constantly in 3rd and long, and you're just not going to survive doing that.
Oh, and now he can't find anybody. And what a sack. Oh, and it's a turnover. Did he fumble that ball? Did Ryan?
Did.
Oh, my goodness. Ryan hit him so hard he fumbled that ball. And now Old Dominion gets the ball back in the red zone. And there you go. Coach Pepper Rogers giving Doggy Trammell an earful. Not a good day. A fumble and an interception already in the first half. Dusty Coles with a 9-yard run there. 2nd and 1, just outside the 5-yard line. 2nd and 1 here. Let's see what Old Dominion can do. I think if Old Dominion can put up some points here, it's going to be a long road tonight for Memphis. And boom,
There it is.
Jenna Towell with a reception. And that brings it now 20-3 by that reception by Towell.
A boy named Jenna ran a nice route.
Yeah, she did. Coach Robo, where do you think Towell's from? Where do you think Clint Torres had to go to get Towell?
He had to go. He had to go right in his elbow to get to his asshole. Is all I can say.
And here we go back. The Tigers, small return there, 23 yards. Actually, Flash Freddy, he's been doing pretty good. I think trying to put his team past that 20-yard line on the returns. Let's see what Memphis can do. They only have about 3 minutes here in the second quarter, 21-3. Stonefly rush, good run here to the near side, and that should be a first down. 11 yards there. 1st and 10 now at the 32-yard line. And it looks like Old Dominion is in a 3-4. I'm not sure what they are. I tried to look at that. It only looked like 2 men were actually down in the 3-point stance. 15-yard reception there by Flash Freddy. Actually, that's his first catch. And now Moondoggy Trammell getting close to that century mark with 87 yards just inside the 50-yard line. Looks like 2 tight ends, 3 wide receivers, Stonefly rush. Oh, my goodness. What a tackle by number 23 there by the Monarchs. Oh, my goodness. Check that guy's hip. Wow, what a hit there, Coach Craven.
Hey, you go airborne. Yeah, sometimes you're going to pay hard, so. Here we go again.
Oh, and Colin Ingus. Goodness. With a nice tackle here. 3rd and 12 at the 45-yard line. And looking at it, it looks like Tao was recruited in Bangladesh there, Coach Robo. When I asked you about that, he went all the way to Bangladesh for Towel. I don't know that many people over in Bangladesh that play football, but hey, he looks like he found a star over there.
Obviously. I wonder if Colin Angus is related to Colonel Angus.
Could be. And the Old Dominion Monarchs will start at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. We'll see here, 21-3 with just 2 minutes left in this half. Good.
Number 56 makes the tackle. Gain of 10 yards. That'll make it second and inches.
And the great run there by Vaginitis for 9 yards. But here we go. Dusty Coles. Dusty
he's
Coles.
down.
And he got hit by Hitman Thomas. We'll have to check on that injury. Third and inches. And just, wow, hearing the recruiting of Jenna Towell, for passport reasons, they had to split her name. Her name was actual Jenna Tolles, and they had to split her name there, Coach Robo, when they brought her into the country to play football, to Jenna Towell instead of Jenna Tolles. That is amazing, the level of recruiting that Clint Torres will go to get a player. Unbelievable. 0 yards there brings up a 4th and inches. And there you go, wind knocked out of him. So that's not that bad, Coach Craven. Just the wind knocked out. He should be back after the half.
Yeah, I think he probably isn't that hurt. He just feels bad that he missed the hole on that run because he was just running sideways and realized he had made a mistake and thought, we're just going to take the half off here.
Yep, Flash Freddy there with a 13-yard return. Good field position here for the Tigers. Hopefully, if they can score here, make it a 21-10 game. Here we go again with Moondoggy Trammell. Half of his passes are getting thrown out to as souvenirs, Coach Robo.
Yeah, I think Moondoggy needs to settle down. He's getting a little anxious, and his passes are, he's not doing all his check downs properly.
And there's another errant pass. I don't even think it got tipped. It wasn't even kind of in the vicinity of his wide receiver. Brings up a 3rd and 10 here at the 48-yard line. Going 4 wide here. Let's see what Moondoggy Trammell can do. Good pass. You see passes like that all of a sudden. 11 yards to Tiger Tom, Coach Craven. You have some going off to the sidelines, and then you have a dart like that gets him the first down.
Yeah, the talent is obviously there, but I'm not sure where his head is today.
Oof, here we go.
Like
one
that
good
one.
pass. Yeah, one good pass, one bad pass. He's
Hovering around
actually
that 50%.
Yeah, he's actually helping these Monarchs defense. They really don't even have to do much. Just let them throw off to the sideline. A lot of time. Oh, and another sack. 7 yards. My goodness. Luke Ryan. That's his 3rd sack of the half already, Coach Craven.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. I'm sure that's part of why old Moondoggy's kind of losing it, but he started out that way, so it's just tough to tell.
Yep, and they got a punt now. Got a punt after that pass deflection. And Old Dominion, let's see what Old Dominion can do with 30 seconds left in the half. Again, 21-3. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's the 3rd night of the AACL here. We have the number 1 Old Dominion Monarchs taking it to the Memphis Tigers. Memphis came into this game ranked number 7, but they've only been able to score 3 points. That's a tough one to swallow there. And a good 4-yard run there by Coles.
If Memphis could have scored there, that would have... Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Coach Craven.
If Memphis could have scored there, they get the ball after halftime, and, they could have put themselves in pretty good position. But instead, here we are, and this is not looking good.
Yeah, and Robo, what were you about to say?
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking that, when you're dealing with a quarterback like Vaj, that definitely is hard to swallow.
We see some highlights here of that first half. Again, good run there by Stonefly Rush. I think that was basically his only good run of the game. That was a good, impressive sack and pressure there by Memphis on Old Dominion. But there's Jenna Towell there with a reception, and then another sack. That's that young man's 3rd sack already from Old Dominion. And Coach Craven, what do you think about in Robo? What do you think about these stats here in the half?
Well, I think the stats tell us that these two teams aren't that far apart. It really comes down to one man, and that is unfortunately old Moondoggy.
What do
I
you think, Coach
agree.
Robo? Yeah.
I agree. I mean, time of possession's pretty equal. Total yards are pretty equal. But, Memphis is relying on the pass, and they don't have a balanced game like Old Dominion does.
True, true. And here we go to the second half. Again, 21-3, and good return there. I believe that's Flash Freddy on that return. 1st and 10 now for Memphis. Memphis gets the ball, 31 yards. It's a bright spot. At least the special teams here. They got the field goal. Coach Craven and Flash Freddy has been able to try to get them in good field position to start these drives, but then it just gets to Moondoggy, and then he's been having a hard time, with the exception of some passes like this, to like Smokey Joe for the first time tonight for 22 yards.
Yeah, it really is. He's had some rather spectacular failures, and here they are, 21-3. I feel like this game would be a lot closer. I don't know what the deal is. Like I said, I was joking about him getting bad news from his girlfriend. Something's going on, because this is not Division I football right here so far from this guy.
Right, and here's another reception there. 2 receptions back to back, which usually I haven't seen. Is that a catch?
Wow.
Oh my goodness, what a catch by Smokey Joe. Oh my goodness, I think that's the first time that Moondoggy has been able to put 3 receptions back to back down the field. And they're already in scoring position on their first drive here, Coach Robo.
Yeah, don't take a sack right there. Make the nice play. Well, he ended up throwing it away, but at least he didn't lose yards.
Right, I agree, because that's what's been happening. That's been going on with Trammell. Oh, and Stonefly Rush gets nowhere there.
That makes it 3rd and goal.
The play calling doesn't always help him. That's the kind of play you're counting on something to go wrong for the defense.
I mean, yeah, Coach. Literally, in 3 plays, they went down the field 60 yards, and in the last 3 plays, they haven't been able to get 2. And there we go. Touchdown, Kenneth Lewis with a 5-yard reception. Moondoggy finds him completely wide open. I don't know what the Monarchs defense was doing, but here we go. 21 to possibly 10 here after the extra point. This is exactly what they needed, Coach Craven.
Absolutely is, and if they can get a stop here and do it again, they're in position to pull it out, make something interesting happen. But that stop is the key thing. They've only, 1 punt, I believe, in the first half for Old Dominion. No
Correct.
turnovers.
Yep.
So,
And a good return there by Dusty Coles, 21 yards. And that'll give the Monarchs a 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. And let's see what Vag Unitas can do here. See if they can answer back. And Vag Unitas keeps the ball. Oh, and he stumbles. Oh, wow. It looked like he would have gotten more yards. That was not a good run there. I don't know what happened there. A little shoestring tackle by the Tigers defense. And we have a 2nd and 8 here. Vag decides to keep it again. Shoves off one defender, but not the second one. 3-yard loss by Dude Soulstorm. Yeah, he was trying to take definitely the Vag's soul away from him. And here we go, 3rd and 11 at the 23-yard line. Let's see what Unitas can do here. Dump to the to Dusty Coles, only for 1 yard, and what a defensive stop there, Coach. 4th and 10 for the Tigers now to get the ball back already.
yeah, they played right into the Tigers' hands, or paws, as the case may be, and they're giving them a chance.
And a decent return there by Flash Freddy. First and 10 right at midfield. So what do you think, Robo? Do you think the Tigers are going to be able to score again here and make it a 21-17 game?
Well, I mean, that depends on Moondoggy. If Moondoggy is consistent like he was on the last drive, then yes. But it's kind of put up or shut up right now.
I agree. And actually, they're just inside the 50-yard line already in Monarchs territory. Let's see what they can do here. Fake to the running back, trying to find a wide receiver. Oh, and deflected into double coverage there. Moondoggy's playing with fire here already with one interception and a fumble in the game, thrown into double coverage. That player's, his wide receiver's probably good, but not in double coverage, not on this Monarchs defense.
Like
this looks like a
again.
Similar play. Oh, he had the man. Oh, what happened there? 3rd and 10 now. They're only 4 out of 9 on 3rd down. They really need to capitalize here, Coach.
And they do.
Yep.
Moondoggy, I don't know. If this is what we're going to get from him, he's going to age his coach prematurely.
Yeah, I mean, 2 terrible passes and then a 15-yard reception for a first down. Here's another back-to-back. Now to Flash Freddy for 11 yards, and now all of a sudden they look like they can move mountains. All of a sudden, first they couldn't even get past the pebble, and now they're moving a mountain completely. I just don't know what you're going to get from Moondoggy Trammell. Oh my goodness! And what was that? The running back forgot.
Oh my goodness!
Broken play there, Coach Robo. 11 yards for Moondoggy. I thought he was going to get sacked in the backfield.
Absolutely. I guess he was waiting on the play to develop, and it finally developed, and he got out of there, but that was dangerous.
And no, I thought that was a touchdown. No, it went over his head. Idea there with possibly the deflection brings up 2nd and 10 at the, I want to say 10-yard line, 11-yard line. Stonefly rush. Oh, just runs over somebody and gets 8 yards. 3rd and 2 at the 3. Stonefly rush now with 40 yards. Again, we want to thank another viewer, Benji Matson, Bing Cortona, Bob Funk, Bo Martin Jr., Coach Craven. No gain there on the run. Dave Axis, Debbie Moore, Eagle Mondavi, and Lone Star Glory for tuning in for tonight's first matchup here between the number 1 Old Dominion Monarchs and the number 7 Memphis Tigers. And here we go for another field goal. Couldn't punch it in, Coach. I really think they really needed the 7 instead of the 3. But hey, points are points, right?
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. I think that's it. If you're for Memphis, that's a real shame you didn't get 7 out of that. But they got something, so keeping them in it.
Yeah, like I'm getting from the booth. Yeah, we got just a 1-score game. If the Tigers can hold them, Coach Robo, which is a tall order here, and score a touchdown and go to 2-point conversion, they could definitely tie this. But the thing is, stopping the Monarchs' offense. So we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have to grab onto Vag and make sure it doesn't get out of control.
Yeah, definitely. If you let a Vag get out of control, that's not good for a lot of people. And that's Testicular with another reception. Second reception of the night for 5 yards. 3rd and 5 here for the Monarchs. And let's see here what Vag Unitas can do. And Coach, can Vag Unitas? Can it?
I'm sorry.
And back to the game. I caught you off guard, and that's okay. We didn't go over that, so we'll just go ahead. It's a punt there, 4th and 2 for the Monarchs. Tigers get the ball back, and just a small return there for Flash Freddy. It's not his usual 20-30 yards, but the Tigers get the ball back at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yes. I'm back. You know what? That play right there illustrates the big. Now, obviously, Old Dominion has kind of gone cold, but when Moondoggie scrambles, it just doesn't have the same effect as Vag. Vag on the run is it's breathtaking. But Moondoggie, he's a pocket guy. He needs to stay in there and.
Yeah, and it'll be 2nd and 14 now for Moondoggie. Definitely, yeah. I do like when Vag Unitas runs. The flowing hair from Vag down the field is fantastic. But again, he didn't want to pay for a barber, so that's what happens. You got a long-haired Vag. And here we have a 3rd and 13 for the Tigers. Moondoggie, oh my goodness, on a 3rd down. Look at that, Coach. Tiger Tom, sure hands, missed their 3rd down. Tiger Tom with big receptions. I think every time Tiger Tom has caught the ball, Coach, he's gotten a 1st down.
Yeah, he's been a quiet star for them, hasn't he? He's done very well and possibly deserves more touches.
Oh my goodness, what is Moondoggie doing? Oh my goodness, and what did the defense do? Just left that man, Kevin Wall, completely wide open for 43 yards. And now they're in scoring position. Tigers here again, but Trammell's up and down. I thought he was going to get sacked. He got definitely great protection there, Robo, from his offensive line.
Absolutely. Moondoggie's had a lot of time in the pocket, and his O-line has given him that time, and he just got to deliver.
Yeah, and Lawson there with a 6-yard pass. Reception brings up 2nd and 4 inside the 10-yard line. And that'll bring an end, Coach Craven, to the 3rd quarter. Old Dominion 21, Memphis 13. What does Old Dominion have to do to continue with the lead here in the 4th quarter?
If they got to stop here and hold them to another field goal, that's going to be a big deal. But more importantly, they got to move the ball at least. I think they may need another field goal themselves to win this thing.
I agree. I mean,
look at that.
Oh, wow, look at that. You can't have a stagnant Vag, not when Moondoggie's doing this right now. And here we go. Do you think they're going to go for a 2-point conversion?
They don't need to, but at the same token, it's no loss if they don't.
Here we go.
Yeah.
5 wide. Oh, my goodness. There we go, Coach. We have a tie ball game, Coach Craven and Robo. 21-21. Moondoggie Trammell all of a sudden with 268 yards, 2 touchdown receptions, and one interception. All of a sudden, he's outdoing the Vag Unitas all of a sudden.
Yeah. I didn't really think that this was going to happen. I thought we were going to get all the way to the end, and it was just going to be ugly. But credit to Memphis for having the guts and the balls and all of that and coming back.
And that's a great return there by a great prospect Van Ariel, with a 24-yard return. But here we go, Vag Unitas not uniting the team at all here with that pass. Brings up a 2nd and 10 here for the Monarchs. Good pass there now down the sideline. Number 2, 27 yards for Jenna Tao. Where was she from again? I don't remember. Bangladesh. Yeah,
Bangladesh, I think it was. Yeah.
I tell you what, Coach Craven, I hate to have gone with her to the Social Security office for that name.
I feel like that would have been awkward. Yes.
And Coach Robo, we have a 2nd and 12 here, right at the 50-yard line here for Vag Unitas, and Vag Unitas with a keeper tries to go right up the middle, only gets about 5 yards.
Vag keeps running, and they got to figure out a way to stop that.
Vag getting tackled.
That'll do
there.
it.
Wow, 7-yard loss. 10 big lineman fingers all over that Vag. Brings up a 4th and 14. And here we go, trying to run down the clock a little bit here. Old Dominion. And Coach Robo, you know what? With 3.5 minutes left to go, Tigers could. I mean, this is crazy. We were 21-3. Oh my goodness! And Unitas has a bruised shoulder.
I missed
oh my
that.
goodness! I'm going to say, Vad Unitas should do what I was told to do a long time ago when I played sports. If you were hurt, rub some dirt on your pussy and get back out there. That's perfect thing right now for Vad Unitas. Rub some dirt on that Vag and get him back out there. I don't even know who that second-string quarterback is. Clay McFadden here with a 6-yard catch brings up a 1st and 10. And Moondoggy Trammell just looks like a different quarterback all of a sudden, Coach Craven.
He really does. Going back to that touchdown run of his when he threw off about 3 people after I said he couldn't run, I think he heard me. I'm going to have to get an escort out to the parking lot to get out of here because he might beat me up. Hello.
And I don't know what Stonefly Rush did there. He kind of paused and looked to the sideline. There's no creepy van with candy for him over on the sideline. I don't know what he did there. And Cullen Ingus was able to tackle him for a loss. But here we go. What a pass again by Trammell. Opposite side of the field to Flash Freddy. 1st and 10 now. And Moondoggy is closing in on 300 yards, Coach Craven. This is unbelievable.
This is the most surprising turnaround I think I've seen yet with this league. Obviously, it's only week 1, but we did see a lot of preseason games, and this is something else.
And we want to say hi for new people watching. Cliff Allen, WA, Crazy Canuck. Thank you for tuning in. Now I see Gerald Winkler, Hammer Jammer, London GM. Thanks for tuning in, and Bing Cortona. I think I said your name before, but thank you for tuning in here to this amazing comeback, possibly here by the number 7 Memphis Tigers. Now 5 wide, 3rd and 3 at the 50-yard line. Wow, what a reception there on 3rd down. Kevin Wall with that reception. 1st and 10 now with just barely 2 minutes left to go in this game. Moondoggy, oh, here we go, feeling a little bit of pressure. Good coverage on the defense there by the Monarchs. 2nd and 10. At the 47-yard line of Old Dominion. Oh, and 2 bad passes back-to-back, Coach Craven. Here we go. You don't want to turn like this if you're Moondoggy Trammell at this point.
Yeah, you don't need that at this point. You don't need all those yards all at once. And you do now, but...
Yeah, and Pittman with a 4-yard reception. And here we go, Coach Robo. It looked like maybe they were going to be able to put something on Old Dominion, and they got a punt.
Yeah, they definitely have to punt. When you got a bruised up Vag, who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, let's see who's coming out. Bruised shoulder. So who's going to be the quarterback here? I got to look down the depth chart. I don't even know who it is. Let's find out here after this play. Oh, good pass there. 12 yards for Dusty Coles. That'll be 17 yards for Dusty, and that is Vag. Vag is back.
Vag shook off the bruise and
Oh, my goodness, and that was not a reception. It looked like they did get it, but nope. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line with just 1:44 to go. Let's see if that bruised shoulder must have been the non-throwing hand. Oh, and another bad pass. Good deflection there by 44 and 29. Double coverage there. And oh, my goodness, and I didn't even know that. In 3rd down, Old Dominion's 0-6, Coach Craven.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either. That's kind of surprising. We've been singing their praises all. They got that one.
Yep. Testicular definitely with another great reception. Testicular, great hands for those balls. 4 receptions now in the game, gets the first down for the Monarchs. And here Vag looking near sideline. Good catch, 4-yard by Lauren Glover.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Sometimes, Coach Craven, I'm trying to read these names and I'm trying to figure out if there's a double meaning for some of these. Lauren Glover, is there anything I'm missing there?
Boy, it's hard to tell at this point, isn't it? Oh, how'd he drop that?
Drop again. Memphis Tigers put up a good defensive stand here. 3rd and 6. And now Old Dominion's only 1 for 7 on 3rd down. Oh, my goodness, and what a pass down the sideline
Big
for
play.
85. Bill Holiday there, Coach Robo, for his first reception. Huge reception of the game.
Yeah, great reception. One thing about Old Dominion is number 1 for a reason, and teams find a way to win.
There we go. They're 2 for 2 on the red zone with 2 touchdowns, which doesn't bode well for the Tigers. Good run right up the middle by Moore for 7 yards.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
And they're just running down the clock. Oh, my goodness. 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Why don't they call a timeout? This is amazing. 2nd and 3 with the time running out. And they go for it instead of the field goal to win the game. Oh, my goodness. 2 seconds left, Coach Craven. Oh, my.
Wow. Completely unnecessary.
Here we go for the win. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1, Monarchs hold off the very, very unyielding Memphis Tigers, number 7, at home, but they do come away with a 3-point victory, Coach Craven. What a game.
Boy, how big is that pick 6 now? I mean, that's just... Whew. That was quite a game. I like I said, I at the beginning I did not expect it. When they were down up 14-0, I thought it was going to be a runaway.
Yeah, definitely Memphis came to play, Coach Robo. It looked like Coach Craven and I were talking earlier on the booth here that it looked like the tale of 2 halves, especially with Moondoggy Trammell. Looked very impressive there in the 3rd and 4th quarter, bringing his team back, but then just got a little cold at the end. And Vag, being able to get hurt with a bruised shoulder, come back, lead the team for this winning field goal. How do you feel this game went for both teams?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're definitely right. It's a tale of 2 halves. But ultimately, Old Dominion, they found a way to win. When Vag got hurt, we had a worn-out Vag coming back and just really putting it all on the field. And what more can you say than that's my MVP?
Right, yeah, definitely. Vag definitely was able to unite the team, the offensive team, and bring them back for this win. Did just enough to get him in field position. And there you go, Moondoggy Trammell with a rating of a 129. I wasn't expecting that. He actually went over 300 yards there, Coach. Terrible start to the game. I think he barely had 100 yards at the half. So definitely he did turn it up in the second half of the game, but just fell short. And it is a shame. I think if he could get a little bit more reps, work with Coach Pepper Rogers, I think we might be able to have Moondoggy Trammell be a decent quarterback this season.
Well, and he definitely did show us something, didn't he? I mean, we were questioning whether or not he was Division I caliber, and then he came out and proved he was. Maybe first game jitters, I don't know. Maybe he had some kind of cookie edible on the way to the field. But just don't do that again. If that's what happened, don't do that again. He's got promise. We saw it. We saw what he can do. Now let's see if he can continue.
Yep. And I think, too, one thing that did not help him too much, I think, was Stonefly Rush. I think Stonefly Rush maybe could have helped him a little bit more on the running in the running game. I think a lot more times Stonefly Rush was also used to catch the ball as well. But there we go. He only had 3.9 yards per carry. Didn't carry the ball as much. And Vag Unitas just had a decent game. Good rating, 138, but just a decent game, 14 out of 21. I think most of those yards were all in the first half. Not a great showing, just enough to win the game. We have a lot of talented teams here in the AACL. I don't know if that's going to cut it, especially with the first game. That quarterback from Syracuse, Taz Wolfswinkel, that guy is a beast. I think he is the quarterback to emulate right now in the league. Just a little bit of Aaron Rodgers and Bo Jackson in him. Yeah, and Rodney Dangerfield from Georgia State as well, I hear, Coach.
Yeah, he had a good game too. More of a running threat. I mean, didn't throw the ball nearly as much as Whimpersnapper or whatever his name is, but both of those quarterbacks, stunning debuts, and they were going to be interesting to watch. I think that Taz did just enough today. We know he's got more in the tank than that, but I'm sorry, not Taz, Vag. But this was interesting. Looking at those stats, that's a really interesting mix.
Yep, it sure is. And again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for Coach Craven, Coach Robo for joining me in the booth. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks for. I mean, it was a great game. I think one advice for Coach Freddie is Moon Doggy looked more like Moon Puppy today, and hopefully he'll grow up as the season goes along.
Great. And again, thank you all for tuning in for tonight's first game. Stay tuned. We have UNLV, I believe, playing Colorado, number 20 at number 5. And thank you so much for tuning in, and we're kicking it back to Dave Access.
Thank you, Greg, Coach Robo. Appreciate you guys on the call. What a crazy game. As you look at the post-game stats, Memphis dominating the first downs and the passing yards, barely squeaking out time of possession. Your players of the game, Moondoggy Trammell, of course, 24 of 39, 302 yards, 9 carries, 2 total touchdowns. He also threw the ball, you guys, to 10 different receivers tonight, which is pretty crazy. Half of mine Trammell, the linebacker for Memphis, 4 tackles, a tackle for loss, and a sack. And then, of course, on Old Dominion side, Vag Unitas coming back in the game, leading his team to victory. 14 of 21, 141 yards, 12 carries, 25 yards, and 2 total touchdowns. And Luke Ryan, your left defensive end in that 2-5 defense that they like to run over there, with 3 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and a forced fumble. We're gonna be jumping right in to the next game. Let me see who is calling the next game. Oh, he's not here yet, so I guess I'll talk about it. We are waiting for Rocco McLovin. And, Coach, are you going to stick around? Freddie was supposed to do the second game, but Freddie has power. He's got a power outage, so if you don't mind stepping in, and then we're waiting on Ray as well.
I can do that, sure.
I appreciate that. That was Game 6 of Week 1, everybody. Game 7 is coming up as Rocco McLovin jumps into the booth. Perfect timing, just like when he's McLovin. Rocco, what's up? Welcome to the booth. How you doing tonight, bro?
I am doing good. Good, sirs. Thanks for having me on. Good broadcast team, the first game. So looking forward to this Colorado UNLV matchup.
Yeah, you were supposed to have Freddie and Ray. Freddie has power outages going on in Memphis right now. So he missed his game. I hope he doesn't start to watch it. See that he goes down and doesn't finish watching it, because I don't know if you saw the game or not, Rocco, but Memphis came back with a chance to take the lead late in the game.
Yeah, I was watching that second half. I jumped in, right when the kickoff started for the second half, but it was a really good comeback there. They played very well, but at the end, Craven's love child was able to nail that field goal to win the game.
And that's really what we're all, mostly concerned with is Craven's love child.
There we go.
Exactly.
I'm very concerned. This is the first time hearing it.
As soon as so it's going to be you and Coach, and then when Ray gets here, she'll be your third wheel tonight, Rocco.
Yep,
so
Ray's here now.
Okay, perfect. If you want to take it away, start talking about the pregame for this UNLV Colorado. I'll get the game set up, and then we'll get started.
Yeah, perfect. So, we are going to be coming live from Boulder, Colorado, with UNLV coming into town to take on the fifth ranked Colorado team. And looking at the offensive and defensive styles, Coach, UNLV coming in with that pro style. There's not a lot of teams in the AACL, I think, that run that. What advantage does that pro style in your mind have in the college game?
Well, it lets them do almost anything they need to, assuming they're proficient at it. They're going to have multiple formations available to them. Some of these teams, pistol, for example, possibility, they may not have a whole lot of options for what their formations are, that they have available to them. And if it's not working, it's not working. I like the flexibility of a pro-style offense, and I'm looking forward to seeing this. It's not as common in the college game, as you mentioned.
Yeah, I think there's only two teams, at least that I know of, that run that pro style. So it'll be interesting to see the players to look out for in this game. Halfback Scott Johnson and quarterback Dustin McCrack as part of this UNLV squad. Talking about the Colorado team, you got Ives Van Hammer as the coach. They've run that pistol offense, as we mentioned already. The 3-4 defense coming in here, Ray. What do you think about this Colorado team?
Just here to think Dustin McCrack to run over again, Ted.
Dustin McCrack?
Yep, that's what I'm here for.
You're just here for Dustin McCrack.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Let's hope he doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't get hurt. We've been, that's one thing that I've seen in these games so far. There's been quite a bit of injuries. I don't know if that's just the first week jitters coming out of these players in this new league or not. But Mo Yard's going to be the halfback for this team, and then Craven Moore is going to be a threat at wide receiver for this Colorado offense. Be interesting to see, kind of like what you mentioned before, Coach, about the pistol. It kind of limits what you can do, but if it works, it's a very successful formation to be running.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's it's probably unfair for me to say it limits them. It's just a different way of attacking. Certainly, you're going to have them spread out a little bit more, and that puts pressure on the entire defense, sideline to sideline. Whereas pro style might not do that, but this is a nice contrast that we've got going with these two teams, both defensively and offensively.
Yep. Nice. Yeah, very much looking forward to this matchup. I've been waiting to get in the booth all week. Taking a look at the people that are in here real quick. Pretty much the same people as we were before. Looks like Debbie Moore. Is that right? Is that why I'm reading that correctly? David Leathers jumping in here as well. Eagle Mondavi, you're still a bitch. Let's get this game going. I am excited, ready to go for it in Boulder, Colorado. Gotcha. Go. And here we are in Boulder, Colorado, Folsom Field. You just got to see Ralphie and the runners running out on the field, one of the best college football traditions in the AACL. It is 35 degrees. There might be a chance of rain tonight here at Folsom Field. Coach, we've been talking about it in the pregame. We're really looking forward to this. What is the key to victory here for UNLV? They are coming in as a 20 ranked team going up against the 5th ranked team.
Well, I don't put a whole lot of stock in the ratings at the beginning of the season. We haven't seen how they shake out. It's going to take a little while to see how they play out. But I'm going to sound like a broken record here. Turnovers, controlling the ball, controlling the clock. Even if you're a fast break, no huddle team. You still want to control the ball and control the clock on your terms, and I think that's the key for them.
There you go, and first down here for UNLV, and that is going to be a pass to the outside, but that will be incomplete. Dustin McCrack leading the offense here for the Running Rebels, and here is second down and 10 as they are coming out here with a spread look. And that is going to be dropping back, and he's going to look, and that's going to be just in the middle there to, looks like the tight end, Essex Denebola, with a 10-yard reception.
Yeah, working that middle there.
Yeah, what's with the hurry-up offense in the first quarter?
Well, a lot of teams in the AACL are running that hurry-up offense. You're going to see that quite a bit here in the AACL. Scott Johnson on the ground for a 6-yard run in his first attempt of the day. And it is going to be an incomplete pass here by Dustin McCrack. Good defense there for Colorado.
That makes it second and 10.
And second and 10 coming up here for the Running Rebels. Ball on, looks like the 43-yard line. And McCrack going to drop back. He's going to take a look and fire it, but that will be another incomplete pass, third down and 10.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where that ball was going.
Yeah, I didn't really see a receiver anywhere near there. So interesting throw there by McCrack. Third down and 10 and shotgun look. He looks over the middle, and that is going to be incomplete. Gunny salute with a deflection there, and it's going to be fourth down.
That'll make it 4th and 10.
And that is going to bring on the punter here for UNLV. And we're going to get a look here at that Colorado offense. And there's the punt. And Mo Yards is going to get a 9-yard return there, and that is going to bring out the Buffalo offense.
Look at that pistol.
Yep. So I was just here to say, get a look at this pistol offense here going on the 24-yard line. That's a handoff to the running back, and he's going to barrel through there a little bit. Mo Yards is going to get about three yards there.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
And that is going to be second down and 7 here. Quick snap, and that's going to be right to the receiver in the slot, and that's a big pickup there, and that's going to keep going. He's crossed the 50, and that's going to get to the 48-yard line. A 25-yard reception there by Upman.
That was exciting.
I think that's Florida Man. Is that the name?
It looked like
Florida Man there first. And what a shot there.
Ouch.
Craven Moore, how he held on to that is beyond me.
Yeah, Craven, anyone named Craven isn't known for having good hands, so I don't know what the hell just happened there.
And it's going to be a handoff to the running back, Mo Yards. Does not get more yards on that one. -3 yards. Brad Gonzalez on the tackle for loss.
2nd and 13.
And it's going to be 2nd and 13 here for the Buffaloes. 4 wide receivers. Drops back, and he's going to fire it right to the tight end, looks like. And that is going to be Tremaine McCray there on a 4-yard reception.
What was that at the end? It looks like somebody threw him down after the play.
Yeah, I thought we might see a flag there, but we didn't. 3rd and 8 for the Buffaloes. Looking deep, and that is caught right at the 5 and down to the 2-yard line, it looks like. McCray with another big catch on this drive.
That was a fantastic pass and catch.
It was a beautiful pass and catch. 1st and goal for the Buffaloes. Gonna go throw, and that may not have been the best idea. Florida Man sacked by Doug Glatt.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
He lost about 10 yards there.
Yeah, I think with the way that Mo Yards was running there at the beginning of the drive, you might want to go there, but maybe not enough confidence in yards yet. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd and goal from the 8. Florida Man drops back, and that is a touchdown. Beautiful pass there to Upman. 8 yards for the TD. A nice little slant route there.
Yeah, that was not a lot went wrong on that drive, did it?
Not at all. I mean, Yards had that -3, play, but that was really it.
Yeah.
And a beautiful opening drive here for the Buffaloes to go up here after the PAT 7-0. Yeah, they looked really good in the preseason, and they're showing it here. They're not missing a beat yet. 7-0. And if you're UNLV, you don't want to get down with this Folsom Field crowd, they will get pretty rowdy. One of the toughest places to play in the AACL. And there's going to be the kickoff, and that's going to be taken back. And that looks like a pretty good return there, up to about the 35-yard line. So good starting position there by Maddie Britton. And look at that team defensive stats there. Only giving up 16 yards so far, but that's only on one drive. So UNLV looking to hopefully get Scott Johnson going on the ground here. I formation. And that's what I figured they would do. And that's a good run there by Scott Johnson to open up the drive there. 8-yard run, Coach.
Yeah, that's and that's something you're not going to see that as much in the with the spread pistol offense. With that lead blocker, and if he gets the edge there, he can run for a while.
And there's another run there to try to get the first down. He does barrel his way through there, gets the first down and a couple more yards on top of it. But hold on, we do have a penalty.
A face mask.
Sure.
And it looks like it's going to be on Carlton Williams there, a 15-yard penalty. And that is going to be a first down. So big play there to get him on the other side of the field for the Runner Rebels. Bunch set here. Dropping back, and that's a good find there over the middle for a 5-yard reception. Maddie Britton on the catch.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
Both of these teams are throwing some chicken wings when people try to tackle them. Love it.
Yeah.
Very physical.
Yeah, it's very physical so far. And good
Nice
run
carry
there by
out there.
Scott Johnson again. 8-yard rush.
That makes it 1st and 10.
That's what this UNLV Rebel team needs to do. Just run the ball. You know, that, I mean, they're looking pretty good so far against this Buffalo defense. And there's a quick drop back, and he's going to throw it in the middle. That's a big catch right there, and that's going to be a touchdown. 25 yards. Maddie Britton. What a beautiful throw there by Dustin McCrack.
They came down that
Boy.
middle board quickly.
That was a heck of a response, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. That's what we were saying. You have to respond with this Folsom Field crowd, and that is exactly how you do a good drive there. 5 plays, 63 yards, only 57 seconds. That's usually about how long I last. Heyo. That was for Dave. All right, so here is the kickoff with the score tied here in the first, 7-7. Well, I mean, either both. And Hammer with the return there. And it's going to be first down here for the Buffaloes.
Good evening, Charles.
Coming out of the pistol set. Man in motion. That's going to be a hand off to Mo Yards. He's going to go right up the middle. There is nobody around, and he has got some room. 28-yard run there by Mo Yards.
Where was that defense? Man.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
9 strict in the middle.
It looked like they were set up to defend outside, and oops.
And it looks like the option here. And look at the quarterback here. Florida man with a 14-yard rush and a keeper.
Guess they haven't heard about the injuries.
Yeah, they haven't heard about the injuries for these quarterbacks so far. And there's another option, and that's going to be kept by Florida man again, but not that much this time. Still got 5 yards, so 2nd and 5 here for the Buffaloes. Ball is on the 27-yard line. Man in motion. And that's going to be a handoff to Mo Yards. And he's going to get the first down and a lot more. Good run there by Mo Yards, 13-yard gain.
He's running tough. I think they need to stay with that and not try to go outside with him. I mean, I know that was off tackle, but
Yeah, it seemed like every time they run off outside the tackle, you're right, Craven. I think that is what's been hindering them a little bit. They're running that up the middle inside the tackle has really been key for them. And Mo Yards is down. 5 rushes, 47 yards so far for the guy. And now it's going to bring in the backup running back.
That's not going to be good.
Let's hope that it's nothing serious. Drops back, and he's looking, and that's an interception thrown. And what a pick. And that's the first turnover of the night. Throwing it into double coverage. Andre Nicholson with the interception. Not really too sure if that was the right decision there. I think they were running the ball really well. Even though it wasn't Mo Yards, I think you give the backup a chance.
Here comes
Yeah.
McCrack.
Well,
here
at first
come
I
the-
thought maybe the guy that actually picked it was defending somebody else, but that guy was defending that receiver, and it just was a bad throw.
Yeah, it was not a good throw at all by Florida, man. Dustin McCrack coming here on the first down after the play action pass. Drops back, and he's looking, and he is going to look deep, and that is going to be incomplete. He had a man downfield, though.
Yeah, that ball was just a little overthrown there.
142 total yards compared to 80 yards for the running Rebels here so far tonight. Bunch set. Drops back, and he's going to look over the middle, and that's a good find there. Number 18, Jimmy Carey with a 10-yard reception, and that's going to be 3rd and inches. Almost did. And this is where Scott Johnson gets his money, and that's going to be a handoff to Scott Johnson. He's got the first down, a little bit more. 4-yard gain.
Buzzing run backwards there for a minute.
Yeah.
And we got 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Going back to that bunch set, and a little quick screen there to the wide receiver. Does not, actually to the running back, Scott Johnson doesn't get anything on that play.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
And that is going to be 2nd down and
See it
10.
again.
We might see it again.
He bubbled. He bubbled, but they're going elsewhere.
Yep, and that is incomplete. Dustin McCrack, 5 for 11 today, 84 yards and a TD. UNLV, though, been doing pretty good so far, at least in the first 3 third downs they've had there, 2 for 3. Shotgun, 4 wide receiver set. Looking over the middle, and that is caught, but that is going to be short of the first down. Tracy Hall with a 6-yard gain. And now it is 4th and 4, but that will be the end of the first quarter. The score is tied here at Folsom Field, Colorado 7, UNLV 7. And that is going to bring on the punt team here. So, Coach, what do you think Colorado needs to do here to, take the lead? I think, in my mind, they need to just keep running the football as they did that one drive.
Yeah, well, and even their passing game was good up until that interception. They've been moving the ball. They could very easily be up 14-7 right now, and they threw an interception. So, just be a little more careful with the ball and maybe not run that particular play against that defense.
That one at all, no yards, -8 on the carry. Brad Gonzalez, once again, in the backfield. He has been making some plays tonight for this defense.
Yes, he has.
Move forward, young man, not backwards.
And that is going to be 2nd and long for the Buffaloes, and they're just going to try to run to get some more yards, but he gets hit hard at the line. And Nicholson with a tackle. He was the one who got the interception, I believe, earlier. And now you're a 3rd and 18 here in this pistol offense, which isn't the best offense to have for long plays. And then I say that. Tremaine McCray with a 25-yard reception. First down, Buffaloes. As soon as I say the pistol wasn't the best idea for long offenses, nope, I was proven.
Well, they're in the 4-3 defense, so there's more area for the receivers there.
It's very true. And that's a good handoff there by Mo Yards. Look at this play. Barreling through, breaking tackles left and right. 22-yard gain for the Buffaloes.
That's the run for him. Not a lot of messing around. Attack the off tackle, attack between the guard and the center.
Yep, I agree. That's where they go, because every time he gets to the outside, that's what happens right there. Every time he gets to the outside, tries to do that sweep or whatever, it just ends up being nothing. Yep. You're absolutely right, Coach. Stick to the inside the tackles. I think they'll be fine.
Stick to the power plays here.
And that is going to be not very many yards there either. Now it's going to be 3rd and 8. Mo Yards, 10 carries, 63 yards. And let's see what the Buffaloes do here. 3rd and 8, getting to play. Dropping back. And had a lot of pressure. He actually caught that. Looked like it bounced off the tackle right there. Nope, actually just... Okay, nope, it looks like he just caught it smoothly, yeah. Trying to hit that screen, they caught it right there, and that's going to be 4th and 14.
He got hit in that play by number 99.
So the Buffaloes are looking to pin the Runner Rebels deep in their own territory. And let's see if they can do that. And nope, that is going to be a touchback.
Little too much leg there.
And here comes UNLV. Yards had elbow bruising, what it looks like, but he's already back in the game, so.
That's good news.
And 1st and 10 for the Runner Rebels. There's a handoff to Scott Johnson, and that is going to be just about a yard. And it's going to be 2nd and 9. Second and 9 to go, shotgun formation. And that's going to be a handoff to Johnson. He's going to break one tackle. He's not going to break all those tackles, and that's going to be a loss of a yard. So now they're back to 3rd and 10. And they're going to go in that set again. Shotgun formation. 3rd down, 10 yards for the Runner Rebels. Drops back. He's looking deep down the sideline, and that's a great play there. Look at this. And he is gone. Nobody around. 80-yard touchdown to Matty Britton again. That is his 2nd PD of the night. And that's a good connection there for UNLV.
He was wide open all by himself.
Yeah, I'm
you
not
see
sure.
right at the beginning, you see that corner pointing to this, pointing back to the safety.
Yep.
Safety was supposed to be over top of that.
Yeah, it may have been, trying to protect that, like a slant or whatever in that zone defense,
Yeah.
right? And just didn't come over the top. So great play there by the Runner Rebels. They take a 14-7 lead here late in the second quarter. 2:33 to go. And that is going to be received there. And a big hit on Van Hammer. He just got the hammer.
Yes, he did.
A little slow getting up there.
Welcome to Ounce-town. Population U, bro. Buffalo's coming out in that pistol offense again. There's a handoff to Mo Yards, and that's a big carry right there, and he tries to smash his own people. Actually, that's Randy Powell, the backup running back, for a 13-yard gain.
Did Mo go back to the sidelines with that bruised elbow?
Yeah, he must have been. And that was a fake, but that is going to be kept by Florida Man, and he's going to try to get some yardage. He does. 7-yard rush here, and that's going to make it 2nd and 3 for the Buffaloes.
That was a smart play by the quarterback there.
And that is going to be 2nd and 3. He keeps himself again. He does a little juke move, and he goes down the sideline. Look at this Florida Man. Where's he going? And he's going to get caught by the defender. A 50-yard gain by the quarterback, Florida Man.
He needs a little bit more speed there.
I'm disappointed we didn't get a replay on that. He juked that end out of his
He did.
shoes.
He looked good doing it, just like that too. Exactly the same move. But this time he doesn't get 50 yards. He gets 0. 6 rushes for 70 yards for Florida Man.
Is he trying to get Taysom Hill?
And then it's going to be 2nd down and 10 here. He is dropping back. He's looking. He's got plenty of time, and he's going to throw it over the middle there right to Mo Yards. So Mo Yards is back in the game with a 5-yard gain. 2 catches for negative half a yard. And that's going to be a handoff to Yards. He's going to try to go outside, but he only gets a 1-yard gain. That was a really long yard.
Yeah, it was.
He looked like he got 5 on that. He got 1.
He has settle for a field goal here.
Yeah, but it looks like the Buffaloes will be settling for a field goal. Letting that clock drain down. And this has been a pretty good half of football so far. While we're saying, well, wait a minute, hang on a minute. Somebody jump?
False start.
Oh,
Yeah.
false start on the offense.
Still
So that is going to knock them back 5 yards. Should be no problem with a chip shot. At least you hope. And there's a kick, and it is good for the Buffaloes. So 14-10. This has been a really physical half of football so far here, guys. What do you think?
Yeah.
Lots of hard hitting by both defenses.
Yeah, there's been a lot of big hits so far in this first half. Jimmy Carey with a 21-yard return, and it looks like he is actually down.
Boy. Just dropping like flies.
They are dropping like flies. As long as it's not Matty Britton for the Runner Rebels, I think they'll be okay. Drops back, he's looking, and he's going to find his man, and that's going to be a 1st down and more.
Like
And
UNLV just moving the ball at will here tonight.
yeah, this is actually kind of surprising because Colorado's defense has actually looked pretty good, and at least in this first half, UNLV has been throwing the ball deep just like that, but that is incomplete. Nobody looked like they were even there.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
looked
know
like
what
a
that was.
communication issue.
Yeah, that had to be a communication issue because I think that receiver was supposed to keep going, and he did like a curl route almost. And that's going to be a drop back, and he's looking over the middle, and he finds Matty Britton for an 11-yard gain, 1st and 10. I think they used a timeout there.
They're really in a hurry up offense, so it's not much more they can do.
And that is going to be drop back. He's looking, he's got good protection, and he finds, no, he does not find a receiver. That is incomplete, almost intercepted there by Van Hammer. And that's going to be 2nd and 10, 45 seconds to go here in the first half. UNLV looking to try to add to this lead. And they're going to drop back, and that is over the middle, and he has found Tracy Hall for a 6-yard gain.
I've been very impressed with this UNLV passing game.
Yeah, it's looked really good. I thought Colorado would be a little bit more stiffer than this, but apparently not. That's what she said. It's going to be over the middle to Jimmy Carey, 9-yard reception there. And the runner Rebels are getting close to field goal range. And he's going to be dropping back again. That's over the middle. He finds Tracy Hall again for a 5-yard gain. The clock is running. They need to do something here. They still got one timeout.
Okay.
Now they call it.
Nope, they got a flag. False start.
Oh,
That is going to hurt a little bit there, knocking them back 5 yards, so just cancel that play.
Are they out of field goal range now?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I would think they're out of field goal range. They need to get a quick strike here, try to get a first down. I think that's probably where your field goal range is, I would assume. And that's going to be over the middle. Looks like Tracy Hall again. Oh, nope, that's Michael Coleman. 5 seconds to go, and they are going to go for a field goal here after calling their final timeout. McCrack just crossing over the 200-yard mark here in the first half. And that is the kick. It is up, and it is no good. It looks like it was off to the right. Let's see how close this field goal was. And yeah, it had the distance. Just the aim was a little off.
Well, if I was UNLV, I feel good about myself. I'm going into halftime with the lead, being the underdog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Colorado taking a strike down the field, and that is caught. But the time will run out. Craven Moore with a big catch. And that is going to end the first half. UNLV coming into Colorado with a 4-point lead here at halftime. And let's talk about that first half. I mean, it was a very physical half of football, Coach. What were your key takeaways there in the first half?
Well, number one, Matty Britton is a star in the making. That was a great first half for that receiver. I tell you what, I don't recall. I'm trying to remember who got the ball first. Was it UNLV?
I think it was UNLV. Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah. That's unfortunate for them. However, it is what it is. We see Matty there. That's one of my favorite plays. That slow-moving quarterback. That's one of my favorite plays of the season so far.
I'm just surprised about his mobility on the field. Wow, he's like trying to be Taysom Hill out there.
I don't know. I wonder if the mobile quarterback was what Colorado was wanting to do here, because it didn't look like it, because he has no speed at all.
He's very slow.
Looking at the stats here in the first half, UNLV with 202 passing yards, 30 rushing yards. Colorado looking pretty balanced right there. I mean, that's about as balanced as you can get. 146 passing yards, 147 rushing yards. Time of possession in favor of Colorado, but they did have that one interception by Nicholson. So, Ray, what does Colorado need to do here to get back up and take the lead and win this ball game?
I was just going to say, a lot of their rushing yards came from their quarterbacks, so the quarterback's having a really good night for Colorado.
Yeah,
I think need to get more to the passing game, Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, the second half is really going to be all about, the turnover battle. Who is going to limit the turnovers? Obviously there's only one so far, but I think if they keep running the ball and if UNLV can keep doing what they've been doing, hitting the big shots of Matty Britton, I think they have a real good shot at pulling the upset. But we are back in action here, and that is another run there by Florida Man, and he does get the first down.
I think he has more rushing yards than the running back.
I think he does. Yeah, I think he does. I don't know. Mo Yards has had some pretty big chunk plays there. So Florida Man looking back, and he is able to find his receiver there for the first down. That looks like it's Tremaine McCray, 4 catches for 73 yards.
This is what Colorado has to keep doing, just like little 10-yard passes, march down the field, score.
Yeah, it looks like every time that they attack them, they try to, when they have good passing plays, it always seems like it's in the middle of the field. I think that's what Colorado needs to do, even with the run game. We talked about it earlier, Coach, staying inside the tackle and running up the middle. I think they need to do the same thing with passing as well.
I agree. McCray has been a force up the middle. And,
oh, geez, here we go again. He's gone.
Here we go again. Look at Florida Man. UNLV cannot stop the slowest man on the field. Look at this.
He's gone.
53-yard touchdown for the Florida Man.
This is insane.
What is going on?
I love that.
Now he has 4 yards, Chad.
How is this happening? The chat is going crazy right now. Not really. There we go. Now everybody's going crazy. Wow, this is absolutely nuts. I mean, he's got over 100 yards just on 2 plays.
Yeah.
He has more yards than the running back does.
Man, just crazy. I got to remember that it's a little delayed here compared to what I'm used to. But anyway, all right, so a big play there by Colorado, getting them back up. That is exactly what you want to do if you are the Buffaloes. Get that crowd back in the ball game. Big play there, and let's see how UNLV responds. That's going to be a real key here for this drive. 1st and 10 for the running Rebels. He's looking, and he finds his man right there for about a 7-yard gain. Essex Denimbola. Right?
So much for controlling the clock. These teams are on fire. Let's just throw the ball.
And they are in an I formation, and he's going to hand it off to Scott Johnson, and he is stopped in the backfield.
Wrong choice.
That was the wrong choice. You are correct. And that is going to be 3rd and 3, and they are going to hand it off to Scott Johnson again, and he barrels through that defender to get the first down. 6-yard gain for Johnson.
There you go. Both of these running backs, keep it between the tackles.
Yep, that's all you got to do. And he's going to drop back. He's looking, and he's going to fire over the middle again, and that is going to be a good tackle, open field tackle there by number 43. Scott Johnson with no yards gained on that play, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the running Rebels. And what was that? I think that was a definite miscommunication. The receiver was supposed to stay. He decided to go. And that is going to be 3rd and 10. Shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers. He's looking over the middle. He finds Michael Coleman 5 yards, but that is not going to be enough. And the running Rebels are going to have to punt this away. And here is where Colorado needs to just put the pedal down and step on the throat of the running Rebels.
A great stop by the defense there.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but they need to keep running that option with that quarterback.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. He'll have all the yards in the game, passing and rushing.
We'll agree with that. I'm looking at the chat here. Some people that just joined in. Benji Matson, beautiful as always. Thanks for coming in here, buddy. And there's a quick little screen there to Colorado. No yards gained for Craven Moore. You are watching the AACL on Access Sports Channel, live from Boulder, Colorado. And we have a good one so far. Colorado up 17-14. And there's a drop back. Looks like it's a screen to Mo Yards. And he runs over his own player. And that's going to be a 4-yard gain.
That's a tough 4 yards.
That was a very tough
second. Looked for a second like they had something there, but it got shut down pretty quick.
Yeah, I think Mo Yards was pretty pissed off at his lineman, and so he just barreled over himself. And Craven Moore there with a 12-yard gain, and that is going to be first down for the Buffaloes.
Keep moving the chains.
That is the name of the game. Pistol offense, 3 wide receivers, and that's going to be a handoff to Mo Yards. He's going to run right up the middle. He's going to get a first down and a little bit more there. Ball at midfield for the Buffaloes. He is definitely getting Mo Yards, not as much as Florida man. He must be on some of that good Florida stuff. And that's going to be a handoff to the outside. Mo Yards.
Oh, why did he stop?
Getting 1 yard on that gain. And as we've said all night, don't run outside the tackles.
Yes. Also would be yelling at him to quit dancing and start running, but you know.
True. He was definitely trying to be an east and west runner, not a north and south runner. And he was stuffed at the line, and that was going to be a loss of a
defensive play there.
And that is going to be 3rd and 10. Colorado 3 of 5 tonight on 3rd down conversions. And Florida man's dropping back. He is looking, and he is going to get sacked. 6-yard loss. Eric Davis with his first sack of the game. And if you're UNLV, that's exactly what you needed right there. After that disappointing drive last time, you come out, make a big stop, get the ball back.
UNLV still has plenty of time left in this game, so they shouldn't be panicked yet.
No, they shouldn't be panicked yet. They still have plenty of time. They've been moving the ball pretty well against this Colorado defense, so they just got to make the plays. And that's going to be returned there by Matty Britton for 15 yards. And yes, it does say Florida man, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Florida. Seeing Bo Martin Jr. saying that in the chat. Florida. And there is no L in there. It says Florida.
Farida.
It might be Florida.
Farida, man.
Florida. It would make sense if it was Florida man. Yeah, you did. Shotgun formation. And that is outside, and that's going to be a big gain there for about 10 yards by Matty Britton. 2nd in inches for the Runner Rebels. They are in Colorado territory. And they're going to come here with a single back, 3 wide receiver set. He drops back, and that is going to be just over the middle. And what a big catch there by Tracy Hall. 16 yards and a first down for UNLV.
He had 2 receivers right next to each other. At least one of them caught it.
He did. McCrack, 258 yards on the day, and that's a handoff. And what a big defensive stop there by number 1, Jordan Reed, with his first tackle for loss on the night.
If he doesn't make that play, there's a lane.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't make that play. There's a lot of green with nobody around. You are absolutely right on that, Coach. Fullback in motion. And he's going to hand it off to Scott Johnson. He's going to go up the middle, and that's going to be about a 7-yard gain. And that's going to be 3rd and 8. 12 carries for 38 yards. Just over 3 yards a carry for Scott Johnson. And this is where I think they need to go Matty Britton here. 3rd down and 8. He's looking. And doesn't take the sack, but good play there to not take the sack. Colorado getting a big stop, and it's going to be 4th down, and that's going to bring on the field goal unit. And that is going to be a kick, and it is up, and it is good for UNLV, and they have tied this ball game with 29 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and look at that, straight down the middle.
It's a new ball game here. Colorado's got to respond here.
Both of these defenses have turned up the intensity in the second half.
Yeah, this has been a really good defensive game so far. I mean, you're absolutely right, Coach. The defense in the second half, at least in the 3rd quarter so far, has been just stifled, right? I mean, they've just stopped each and every single play that they have done. So it hopefully it'll carry in the 4th quarter, making a really good ball game here. Colorado, 1st and 10, handing it off to Mo Yards. He kind of barrels through some guys, and that's going to be 1st and 10 on a 2-yard play.
He's battling for those yards on the ground.
15 carries for 88 yards tonight from Mo Yards. And he's looking to get Mo Yards here, and he does. Look at that play by Mo Yards, and he is gone. Mo Yards
Yep.
with a huge touchdown. Not even sure how far that was. I think it was about 50, 60 yards. And what a play.
dancing around the field there.
Actually, that was more than that. That was about
Yeah.
almost
That's
65,
almost 70.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, almost 70 yards. What? I mean, just had an opportunity to stop him right there at the line. He just kept fighting, kept barreling through, and then he just took off the races. Beautiful run there by Mo Yards. 2 plays, 75 yards, and they are going to get it to 24-17 here at the close to the end of the third quarter. That's how you respond if you're Colorado.
Well, Mo Yards is definitely faster than the quarterback. Read a man.
And 468 total yards so far for the Colorado Buffalo offense. And UNLV is going to have to respond here. That was a big-time play. The crowd getting into it, as you can hear. And there's one of the plays from earlier, a deep shot there to Matty Britton. They may need that again.
Yeah, Maddie. If Maddie's got another one of those in her playbook, oh God, I love this play.
I think Coach is going to have this play running on loop later.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Look at that. I mean, just trucked him. Just trucked him right there at the line. And just, God, I mean, 2 beautiful runs right there that we've seen on the replay there by Colorado. And we're going to go back to action here. Ball is on the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Running Rebels. Drops back. He's looking over the middle. Nice slant pass there. And that's going to be a 1st down and more with Denimbola with an 18-yard gain. And that is going to end the third quarter here. Moving on to the 4th, Colorado with a 1-possession lead. And holding up their 4s here in Boulder. And Dustin McCrack here, 20 of 30 for 274 yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions, and good play there by Dat Hurts.
And that did hurt.
I imagine it did. He got hit pretty hard right there. And
Second time they've hit that bubble route too quickly. They got to let it develop.
Yes, absolutely. 2nd and 10 over the middle, and that is going to be caught, and looks like it's going to be a 1st down for UNLV. Jimmy Carey, 3 catches for 31 yards today.
Need to keep them throwing the ball over the middle. They have a lot of success there.
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier. Yeah, 100%. And maybe changing the play at the line. Not too sure exactly what he's doing, or for whatever reason, letting the clock run.
Yeah.
Not sure why that's happening.
Especially when you're down.
Yeah, you might need that time. You never know.
I think we got the glitch because.
Yeah, I think so. Has to be.
What's happening?
He's just saying hell with it.
What was that?
Delay of game.
Delay of game.
Setting them up later.
Really?
Setting them up for later.
There you go. Delay of game on the offense. And they're going to repeat 1st down here. So 1st and 15 for UNLV. And I think they just weren't ready to snap yet. Here's the handoff to Scott Johnson on the outside, and that's going to be a 7-yard gain. And that's going to make it 2nd and 8.
Alrighty.
And that is going to be 2nd and 8 here for the Running Rebels. He drops back. He's looking. He might be finding the running back. May have found the fullback. And Jericho Kane with a 4-yard reception. And that's going to set up a 3rd and about 4 or 5.
Oh my gosh, we got Jerry Cocaine and McCrack on the same team.
There you go. 3rd and 4 for the Running Rebels. Hands it off to Scott Johnson. He does get the 1st down. And wait a minute. May have been a fumble. And he did fumble. And Colorado with the recovery.
Oh, no.
Was his knee down? I'm not sure. I don't think it matters, though. And oh, wait a minute. Here we go. The booth is going to review it. And I don't know if his knee was down. Oh, yeah, his knee was down. I think his knee's down, Coach. What do you think?
I think so, too. And I think the ground, I think he hit it with his... yeah, I'm with you. I think it's going to be overturned, but...
We've seen crazier.
Yes, we have.
Let's see what they say. The play was reversed. UNLV will retain the ball. That is big news for the Running Rebels.
Yeah, that's a big play. with as well as Colorado's been running the ball, they could have probably burned the entire
Johnson's
clock.
loose.
And look at this. Dustin McCrack trying to do his best Florida man impression, getting a 10-yard gain. And that is going to be second and inches shotgun formation. He hands it off to Johnson. He is stopped in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. What a tackle there by James Johnson. And that is going to be 3rd and 3, a big third down here for the running Rebels. And here we go, the crowd getting pumped up here in Folsom. Folsom Field. 3rd and 3, hands it off to Johnson. He is going to get the first down and more. And that's going to keep the drive alive coming into the fourth quarter here. 3:17 left. Scott Johnson, 16 carries for 50 yards tonight.
They've had some great success with this formation.
They have, and he's going to be handing it off to Johnson again. Johnson breaks the tackle. He might try to get to the outside. He does, but he gets 7 yards. And that's going to be 2nd and 3. If he had a little bit more speed there, he might have been able to beat all those defenders going to the outside.
Yeah, he's probably gassed at this point. But
I would imagine. And he is tripped up in the backfield. What a play there looks like by the defensive tackle, J.P. Allen. And that is going to be 3rd down and 3. Another big third down for the running Rebels. And it looks like some movement on the line.
Oh, sorry.
That's going to knock
the last thing they needed.
Wow, that is going to knock them back 5 yards, Coach.
Still 3rd down.
yeah, that's not the time you want to do that. And they've got the plays in their playbook. We've seen that middle passing game work very well for them. They can get this. But.
And 60% of the time, they've gotten it every time. Third and 8. And look at this play. Touchdown, Brad Watson, 17 yards. I think that might be the first time we've called Watson's name tonight. And McCrack with his 3rd TD pass.
Well, if you'd have told me they were going to go down on that drive and Matty Britton wasn't going to get the ball once, I would not have believed it.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that because, I mean, Matty Britton, ever since the first half, has really not done anything.
No,
I wonder if Colorado has changed the defense to shut her down.
Bit more of the Scott Johnson show on their side of the field.
And let's see what Colorado does here. And
again.
what is going on? Is he still up on his feet? 30-yard return. And
Nice
we're looking at
return.
the highlights here of Mo Yards, who has really had a really good game so far for the Colorado running game.
We're tied once again. Coming down to the wire here, I think. Could be exciting.
This has been a really exciting game. 16 rushes, 154 yards and a TD for Mo Yards tonight. And he is going to want to get Mo Yards on this drive to help Colorado win the game. And he's going to do it right here. And that's going to be a run up the middle. And that will be a
First down.
first down there by Colorado. I was trying to see if they give it to him. And they did.
Let's not forget the quarterback's over 100 yards rushing, too.
Yeah.
You're through. You got to look out for Florida Man. And the handoff there to Mo Yards. And he's going to get about 2 on that play.
They're playing smart football here. They're controlling the ball. They're running down the clock.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Coach here. Look out for the fake handoff there in the run by Florida Man. He has had 2 big plays. Look for them to try to use that here on this drive at least once.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're keying on Mo now.
3rd and 8 for the Buffaloes. Let's see what they do here. You got to go with the pass. He's looking and hits the running back on a screen, and that was not the best decision there by Colorado. 4th and 10, and Colorado's going to have to kick this back to UNLV. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Plenty of time to do some damage. And that is going to be returned, and it's going to be down to the 26-yard line, it looks like. And there are some highlights of Maddie Britton, probably all first half highlights, because she has not done a whole lot in the second half. And let's do some shout-outs here. Mike, the Machine All is in here. Mike, welcome. Thanks for watching, buddy. Got Bob Funk in the house, Benji Matson, Crazy Canuck, David Leathers, Doug Britton, that bitch Eagle Mondavi, Hammer in here, Charles as well. We got all kinds of people watching the AACL in the opening week here of the AACL. And there's a good play there by Scott Johnson for 8 yards.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
And it's going to be 2nd and 2. McCrack, 24 of 34, 315 yards, 3 TDs today.
Oh,
Takes a big sack. 12-yard loss. And what Wallace Doherty, is that Doherty? You never know which way it's going to be.
he came in unblocked. Wow.
He did. Totally unblocked.
Yeah, they held up the running back trying to get out on the screen. And
Yeah, that's
didn't
what I
have
think they
anywhere
were
to
trying to
go.
do. Yeah, they were definitely trying to do that screen originally. And there's a drop back. He's going to look. He finds his man, I can't ever say his name, Denimbola. And 4th and 11 in UNLV. Very quick drive right there.
Yeah,
think
I
they probably
thought
should have tried to take some more time.
I thought the odds were seriously in their favor right there, and
I thought it was too, but I'll tell you right now, Colorado's going to get the ball right at midfield with a minute to go. Minute to go. You got 2 timeouts. All you got to do is really get about 20 yards, and you're in field goal range.
Yeah. I think it's about time for them to go back to work in the middle with, I can't remember his name, number 87. It's been so good in the middle.
Yep, and I think that's where they were just trying to go there. Incomplete. Florida man, 14-15. Florida man has actually been pretty good tonight, running the ball and throwing the ball. Only 3 incompletions. Does have that 1 pick. Looked pretty good, and there it is over the middle, just like you said, Coach. Tremaine McCray, 26 yards, and that it puts him in field goal range for sure. Great play by the Buffalo.
Huge play.
Yep, Doug Britton is done already. He has thrown in the white undies. And what a play by General Booty, 14-yard game.
I don't know why they're throwing the ball now.
They need to run the ball here around the clock.
This is really strange, and let's see what they do. 13 seconds, the clock is running. I think you just call a timeout and just kick your field goal, be done. But apparently they're going to try to get to the middle of the field, and they said, fuck it, let's just run the ball. Randy Powell, 11-yard TD, putting the knife in the back of the UNLV running Rebels. Untouched. And what a way to end it. Colorado said, fuck this, we're not scoring a field goal. We're just going to call a touchdown, be done.
They're running out of time there for a second. Like,
And yes, that's very true. You do give Maddie Britton a chance. Here, 5 seconds to go, and let's see if there's any Britton magic for the running Rebels. And barrels over 1, and nope, no magic there for Britton. The time has run out, and Colorado with a big victory here, pulling a close one out, 31-24. And there is your player of the game. I assume that's who it was going to be. Florida man.
Farida, man. Way to go.
Farida with a big game tonight. Coach, what is the big takeaways from this ball game?
Oh, imagine being Mo Yards and having almost 170 rushing yards and not being player of the game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Boy, I'll tell you what, I love this game. Both of these teams showed us some real variety, mixed up. I mean, obviously a little bit less with Colorado. It's more of a running game, but I love that. But I really loved what UNLV did, and they just, had some bad luck and timing and whatnot. This was a fun game to watch. This was really, really well done by both teams.
110% agree with you. Ray, what is your takeaways of this game?
I thought it was a great game. It came down to the wire. Very exciting. Both teams did a great job on offense and defense, really.
Yeah, both sides of each team played very well. I mean, the score shows that there was a lot of points scored, but let me give credit to where credit is due first. UNLV, I didn't think they were going to really come in here and show us much against this team. And really, they just came in and just played a fantastic game. Maddie Britton was a star in the making, as Coach said earlier in the first half. Tremendous offensive output there by UNLV. But Colorado making the plays. Florida man showing why we didn't think he was one of those two-way quarterbacks. We thought he was more of a pocket-type player, but he showed tonight that he can indeed run the ball. Colorado, 530 yards of total offense. 212 passing yards for them, and I believe they had the rest of it in running, obviously. Only one turnover tonight, which was that interception, which didn't really hurt them. 318 yards for Colorado on running the ball, by the way, Coach. I mean, that's just impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Very impressive.
Yeah, this was I really enjoyed this game, and I think watch out for UNLV. They surprised me a little bit. That's a good looking team.
That is a very good looking team. Look at that. Mo yards, 167 yards and a TD. Florida man, 9 carries for 127 yards and a TD with a 53-yard touchdown that he barreled through about 4 guys. There was a key guy right there for Colorado's offense, Tremaine McCray, 5 catches for 99 yards. I mean, he had a lot of yards, obviously. Didn't have many catches, but those catches that he made were very big. And taking a look here at the defensive stats for these guys, just all around fantastic game. I'm fortunate to be able to call this game tonight because it was awesome. I was hoping for a really close one, a really exciting one, and I got exactly what I wanted. So, but as we said, UNLV is going to be that team you got to look out for. Colorado, have they established themselves? I mean, they are the 5th team, the 5th ranked team. Where do you see them after this is all said and done? I know we got a few more games left, obviously, but do you see them as a number 1 possible team there, Coach?
That's we had a couple of teams have some really strong wins, and it's just 1 week. The number 1 team just kind of struggled a little bit just now. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the polls going forward. I think Colorado didn't hurt themselves as much as UNLV helped themselves. Yeah. I think you'll see, you could see UNLV, even with the loss, go up. Colorado, I don't think should go down by any means at all. I'm trying to remember, did we have any upsets this week?
I mean, I think just the Wyoming and Air Force one, correct? Not to bring up a wound. Not to bring up a wound.
Thank you for reminding me of that one. Well, they're going to go up at least one. I know.
But I mean, I truly think that's the only one that was the upset, right? So
I think you're right. I would put Colorado number 3. No offense to whoever number 4 is right now, but Colorado, like I said, Colorado didn't look bad at all. It's not like this was a sloppy, ugly game for them.
No,
UNLV played really well, and so.
Yeah, I agree. I think as you said before, this didn't hurt Colorado, but I think it really helped UNLV, because a lot of people, they're the 20 ranked team. And then the rankings, as you said, the first week is the first week, right? Nobody really is looking at the rankings that much, but they didn't really look too hot during the preseason, but they come in against the 5th best team in the AACL in a tough environment here in Boulder and really show that they can hang with the big boys. So kudos to Doug Britton and the rest of that UNLV staff. They've done a terrific job.
Yeah, they really did, and I think they're going to get somebody this year that at the beginning of the season we wouldn't have expected. They're going to beat some teams this year.
Oh yeah, they will, 100%. And we're looking at the players of the game right now. Florida man, or Florida man, as it says, 16 and 19, 212 yards, 9 carries for 127 yards, 2 total touchdowns. On the other side, Dustin McCrack had a really good game, 25 of 35 for 318 yards, 3 TDs. Andre Nicholson was a defensive player of the game for UNLV, 5 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and had an interception. Van Hammer for the Colorado team had 7 tackles leading the defense.
What was that, Ray?
Sorry.
I was going to say, you got any last word? I was actually going to ask you if you had any last words there, Ray.
No, excited to be here tonight. I had a great time. Great game.
Yes, so thank you once again to the AACL for having us in the booth. This was Rocco McLovin, Big Woody Hayes on the color commentary, and Ray the third wheel. Thank you once again, you guys, for joining me in the booth tonight. We have a great game, I think, coming up here with Kansas traveling to Minnesota to take on the Golden Gophers. So I am going to swing this back to Dave Axis. Dave?
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Great call in the booth, you guys. A great game. Before you guys jump off the call, though, let me ask you guys. So you guys were talking about the rankings. Louisiana Tech is the 4th ranked team, and I believe they barely squeaked out a victory the other night. Number 2 team in the nation is Central Florida. They have not played yet. So do you guys think that Colorado has a chance to leapfrog Louisiana Tech and jump into and with Air Force to be at number 3 and losing, they could jump from 5 to 3. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a good possibility. I mean, Colorado, I mean, obviously they played against UNLV. If you're looking at UNLV as a quote unquote not good team coming into that game, that might hurt them a little bit, as we discussed before. But I mean, I see them as a top 3 team, at least what I've seen so far. Now, we obviously got to see other teams play, right? This game tonight and then the rest of the games tomorrow. But so far, from what I've seen, I mean, Colorado looked very good, especially Florida, man. I don't think we were thinking that he was going to be a dual threat quarterback. And he came out and showed that even with his slow-ass speed, he can still get over 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, watching him run is pretty painful, Dad.
I cannot
It was
believe
pretty
that.
painful, but it worked, right? I don't think UNLV saw that coming.
No.
I'm shocked that he got that many yards with that low of speed. And he didn't do it just once. He did it 2 or 3 times.
Yes, he did.
Coach,
I think that's a testament to the play.
I was just so shocked to see him run.
I think that's a testament to the plays they were calling as well. They were all what I like to call vertical runs. There wasn't a lot of that messing around sideline to sideline business, both for the running back and the quarterback. And it obviously proved to be very effective.
That's very, very true.
Are you guys interested in this game coming up real quick? I'm going to have Bo and Mike come in here in just a second. But what do you guys think about this 13 through 17 game before I let you guys go?
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game. I mean, if you look at how they're built, right? I mean, they both run the air raid offense, both run the 4-3 multiple set on defense. I mean, this could be a really interesting game, right? I mean, Benji Matson, the AD over there in Kansas, I think he's putting in a lot of work in the offseason to make sure that this Kansas team comes out on fire. Cadillac Scoots is somebody that I'm looking at that could be a really big contender for running back of the year. Looking at the other side with Minnesota, Oliver Closeoff, love that name. Oliver Closeoff, probably one of the better linebackers in all of the AACL. Would love to see what kind of damage he could do tonight. That could be a good matchup to watch if they get the running game going at Kansas between Scoots and Closeoff.
I agree. Go ahead, Coach.
This is going to be. I think Benji knows what he's doing with this. Got a little bit of experience with this format, and I think that he's probably got this set up pretty well. I'm looking for Kansas to be a surprise course type team. I had missed Mr. Closeoff right there. That's freaking hilarious. I was enjoying Bam Bam Buttersworth myself. So
you didn't see Barry McPole there, Coach?
I did see that one. Yeah,
Barry McPole.
Yeah,
so many
not
good
that
games.
thick. Yeah.
Gotta love the coaches and the ADs in this league, don't you?
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, you three, thank you very much for the call on the game. Have a good night. We'll see you soon.
Hey, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, you guys take it easy. Welcome back, everybody. This is Dave Axis. I'm going to be your play-by-play for the last game of the night. We're doing 3 games tonight. We'll be off tomorrow night, and then we have the last 4 games of the season coming up on Friday night starting at 8 p.m. Right now I have with me in the booth, I actually don't know who I have in the booth. It might be Mike All. It could be his coordinator. I don't know who it is. So the 2 gentlemen joining me in the booth, why don't you introduce yourselves real quick so I know who you are?
Thanks, Dave. This is Mike All.
It is Mike All. Okay.
I'm looking forward to a big game here. I'm most excited to see Cadillac Scoots try to get through that Minnesota line before they bury McPole in them.
There you go. I think that's pretty important. And who else do we have on the call with us this evening?
You know what it is, D's nuts.
I wasn't sure if it was you or your AD. Well, the head coach of Marshall is with us, D. Snuts. Welcome to the program, bro. What do you think about this Kansas?
Nah, bro. Say my name right. It's D. Snuts.
It's D. Snuts.
No, you got to say it together, bro. It's D. Snuts.
Oh, all right. My bad, Mr. Nuts. Mr.
Gotta
Snuts.
play me, yo. Gotta play me.
Oh, geez. There we go. Anyway, real quick before we head this out to the field, you guys see Cadillac Scoots, you see Bam Bam Buttersworth, Barry Mapole, and Oliver Closeoff, the players to watch. Mike, all real quick, what are your thoughts about both these teams having the exact same offense and the exact same defense going head-to-head?
I think it's going to make for a very close game. It's going to be fun to watch. The head coach for Kansas, Benji Mangina, or whatever the heck his name is, I think he knows what he's doing, but I don't think he's ever faced a guy like General Cornwall before.
Ooh, that's a good point.
So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
It is. And D, of your players to watch, the four you see there, who is the player to watch tonight?
Man, you know what it is, bruh. I'm trying to see Oliver Closeoff, bruh.
I kind of figured that would be the case. All right, folks, we are set to go to Minneapolis, St. Paul, to the University of Minnesota, where we will have our very first rainy game. It is 43 degrees and raining here in Minneapolis, St. Paul.
That's all good, baby. You know D's nothing like it wet.
You know, and I'm not even sure exactly what a golden gopher is per se, but I'm pretty sure Jayhawks hunt them and eat them.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I know for sure Badgers and Wolverines definitely eat them up all the time.
It is. All right, here we go. We are at TCF Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis, St. Paul, at the University of Minnesota. We're going to go down to the field for the coin toss momentarily. As you see the rain coming down, Kansas has it. They call tails. It is heads. Minnesota wins the toss. And they are electing to kick. Oh, that's not what I want.
Speaking of TCF Stadium there, Dave, you did deposit my check for tonight, right?
Of course I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I deposited. Okay. I mean, you know, just making sure. Kansas on the return, wearing their white jerseys with their gray pants, their classic away logos. Minnesota going with the all dark red and black socks, black cleats. Very similar with their offenses and defenses, you guys, but what a contrast on the field as we watch this game.
I'm not sure if you can say black socks and black shoes on the air, Dave. I think that might not be appropriate. I think they're African Shoe-Americans and African Sock-Americans.
I don't know anything about that. As Major Kittens, the quarterback for Kansas, throws the first ball away, comes right back, though, to the same side of the field to Chris Clement for a 3-yard gain. With it being this wet there, D, do you think we're going to see some sloppy play tonight?
Man, you know what it is, bro. Hopefully these dudes is like me. They know when it get down and dirty, when it get wet. They know how wet it can get, and they get to it, boy.
And now we got to carry off to the right side. Cadillac scoots, trying to scoot to the outside. He gets a 5-yard gain. I don't know who that was with the stop, number 13, but that puts Kansas in their first punting formation for the night on their first drive. 4th and 2. The kick is off. I'm not sure who the return man is for Minnesota. We will find out momentarily. He only gets about 7 yards, 5 yards. Oh, it is Dixby Tweener Legs with the return. Gotta love these names in this league, Michael. How you liking the names so far as we're about 8 games into the season now?
I mean, these kids, they have the best parents in the world. They know how to make these kids make sure they're remembered. Because you want your kids to live on even past you.
Exactly. Amir Williams with a 12-yard rush. Minnesota going hurry up, 4-receiver set, single back from the shotgun. Handoff up the middle, and wow, he just trucked right over that Kansas defender. That was Dog Holdorf for a 6-yard rush. That guy, he just wasn't even taking no business whatsoever. He ran right over that linebacker.
Man, Dog Holdorf, he don't play no games, bruh. You better recognize who that is. That's a G. I know his mama.
I bet you do. Dougie Vanderhuge on the tackle there. And by the way, yes, a very happy birthday to all the Marines in the AACL around the globe. Anybody listening, today is the 246th birthday for the United States Marine Corps. So happy birthday to Gunny and Freddie and those of you in the chat that served our great country as Marines. As this handoff to the left side. Dog Holdorf again for a 15-yard rush, dragging defenders with him, Mike, all for another first down.
Yeah, usually when you rush for 15 yards, you're going to get a first down, usually.
Usually, unless it's like 3rd and 16 maybe.
Well, then you rush for a 4th down at that point.
Oh, there you go. I knew there was some kind of Amir Williams with the drop, the left. I don't know if that was knocked down by deadlift or number 47, or the receiver just dropped it because it's wet outside. Is it kind of hard to hold on to the balls when it's wet like that, D?
Well, I guess it depends on the size of them, bro. I don't usually have no problems like that. I can handle mine, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Minnesota now 3rd and 10 from the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the left. 2 backs this time, only using them for blocking. A nice little set run or a set pass play to the left side, but Amir drops the pass again. Not a great start for either team, you guys. Mike, you think the weather is really the biggest factor, or you think it's first game jitters? What do you think's going on out there?
I think it's that they're just not being successful. Because usually when you're not successful, you end up punting, and they've both punted, so I think they're not successful.
So they are, but they've been successful punters.
They've definitely not held on to the ball and punted it away, yes.
True that.
Oh, man, how you look at it, G?
Kansas, Major Kittens with the pass over the middle to Cadillac Scoots for a 10-yard reception and a first down. Kansas maybe getting a little bit of momentum, going no huddle from the shotgun. 5 receivers set this time, empty backfield. Major Kittens calls his own number and tries to run up the middle for only a 1-yard rush, Mike. That really wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, usually kittens don't like the water.
Yeah, they probably don't like to run that far either, I'm guessing. D, do you have any experience with kittens?
Man, you know what? I don't have any experience with kittens, but I got all the experience in the world with the cat, you know what I mean?
I think I know what you mean. Gunny McGuire in the chat. Is it Bo? Is it Bubba on the broadcast asking for the drunks nearby?
Gunny, let me holler at you for a minute. This ain't Bo. This ain't Bubba. This is D Snuts.
As Major Kittens gets hit from behind as he tries to throw the pass. I don't know if Dick's between her legs.
I know all about getting hit from behind. I know all about hitting from behind.
Well, Dick's between her legs hitting the kitten from behind, I'm just saying. Major Kittens again sees the outlet receiver. Everybody else covered, but the pass to Cadillac Scoots on the right side, Mike, goes absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, usually when you catch it and get tackled right away, you don't get very many yards.
That's normally the case, especially when you don't even pass the line of scrimmage, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, hey, we don't have the SAP broadcast button, so.
I hit a switch on my microphone. I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries at all. Major Kittens almost throws an interception. Number 29 breaking it up, and now Kansas having to punt 2 out of 2 times now. I don't know what we're expecting to see here, D, but it's sloppy on both sides. Everybody's punting. People are dropping passes. It's kind of an ugly game out there right now.
I'm going to tell you, they got the same offense, same defense. They might as well be doing a scrimmage. What's up with this, man? Come on, bro.
Well, we've had 2 phenomenal games tonight so far. For those of you who may have missed the first 2 games, the number 1 team in the nation, Old Dominion, took every ounce of what they had to squeak by the 7th-ranked Memphis Tigers in Game 1 tonight. In Game 2, the game just before this game, UNLV, the 20th-ranked team in the AACL, almost pulled an upset over number 5 Colorado. Colorado holding on. Both those teams looking pretty strong as Holdorf gets a 5-yard reception along the left side. Did you guys catch either of those first games?
I did see the last game, and the other team, the team that did score the most points did win.
That's usually how it happens. D, were you able to check out either of the first 2 games tonight?
Yeah, I had to go collect some money from some of my hoes a little earlier, so I wasn't able to see the first 2. But I did see that last one, man. It was a hot game. No, you know what? I caught a bit of the one with Old Dominion, man. Them fools was going at it, yo.
Yeah, they were. That was a brutal game. Memphis not starting off so well, but had a great second half and had a chance to actually win the game.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought Memphis was gonna get blew out, and all of a sudden them fools came out like, bow, punch them dead in the mouth, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. They Old Dominion punched them in the mouth at the beginning, but Memphis came back. And now the quarterback for Minnesota running for his life and makes a bad decision, throws an interception. And the way the offenses are going, Mike, that might be the only way that they get a chance to put some points on the board.
It may possibly be. I mean, the offensive line gave him a lot of time to find a good target, and what does he do? He throws it to the other team, and that usually results in an interception when the other team catches it.
That's usually the case. So now Kansas in great field position inside the 40-yard line. With this kind of weather, D, don't you think they should just run the ball at this point and get some better field position instead of all this passing?
I mean, when it's this muddy, when it's this wet, it ain't so much you can do with the balls, you know what I mean? I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you got to get right up in it and just go for it.
Yes, I've heard that about you. Real quick, right after this play, I'll throw some shout-outs in the chat. Major Kittens driving back again under pressure and gets drilled for an 8-yard sack by Tom Reed.
Yeah, I know Tom Reed, man. His granddaddy, Andy, He used to be my supplier back in the day, Andy Reid.
Yeah. I think Andy Reid's supplying other things these days. In the chat, real quick, Benji Matson, B. Robo, Bing Cortana, Bob Funk, Bo Martin Jr., Coach Craven, Commander Root, Crazy Canuck, Dave Axis, Demi Moore, as Major Kittens almost gets sacked again, loses the ball. Did Kansas jump back on that, you guys?
They did. They jumped back on it. They picked up the fumble, so it wasn't a turnover. It was just a fumble.
Great hit by Chi.
What? A fumble is a turnover, dog.
I think, no, they fumbled it, but they recovered their own fumble, so now they have to punt again. Debbie Moore, David Leathers, Eagle Mondavi, Gunny McGuire, Lone Star Glory, which is Charles, London GM, which is Chad, Mike All, and Small Streamer DC Server. All of you, welcome to the All-American Coaching League, brought to you by Access Sports. This is Game 3 on the night, Game 8 this week between 13th-ranked Kansas, 17th-ranked Minnesota. They're showing you some highlights that you missed maybe from the first quarter if you're just joining us. Minnesota now, 1st and 10 at the 30. Mike, Kansas had a prime opportunity, and they blew it.
Yes, they did. They did not score. They punted it, and usually when you don't score, you don't put points on the board.
That's usually what happens. And D, now Minnesota trying to answer, finally getting some completed passes, but the passing percentage terrible for both teams so far.
Yeah, like I said before, dog, I mean, when you playing the same team on both sides, I mean, that's bound to happen. You know, like they know what each other finna do. Somebody going to get lucky, though.
Well, there's some luck right there. Pass up the middle to Will Woods for a 15-yard reception and another Minnesota first down. So back-to-back first downs for the Golden Gophers. Have either of you ever seen a Golden Gopher?
No, but generally from the state of Wisconsin, they look like bitches is what they look like.
There's a face mask on the play. Looks like that's against Kansas. Defensive penalty.
Automatic first down.
Automatic first down. That's too bad because they made a great defensive play, stopped them in the backfield, and now Minnesota going to be inside the 20. D, what about you? You ever seen or heard of a Golden Gopher before?
Well, you know, I had this one chick named Stephanie. She had a Golden Gopher, boy. I paid for that, though. I ain't gonna even lie. Oh, wait, you talking about something else. Never mind.
I had a feeling one of you might go there. 8-yard gain for Minnesota from the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the left. 1 running back. Wide open receiver right around the 6-yard line. Will Woods with a 4-yard reception. Mike, it looks like Minnesota's finally getting things going.
Yes, they might score. There's definitely a good chance of that unless they turn it over, in which case the other team will have the ball.
That is true. Nice little screen pass to the running back. Touchdown for Dog Holdorf on a 7-yard reception. D, that was the perfect play call at that moment.
He did it doggy style, bro. That was the perfect play. You see how he got it from behind, just grabbed that ball and like, bow, right next thing you know, touchdown, baby.
That was a touchdown, baby. Minnesota with the extra point. It is good. The Golden Gophers now lead 7-0 right as the first quarter expires. Mike, give me a quick rundown of this first quarter.
I mean, it was definitely a lot of back and forth with the two teams running the same playbooks. There was that nice little turnover where Kansas took away the ball, but as I've been told, Minnesota likes to call the end zone the doghouse, and that's where they eventually sent the dog to the house.
There you go. Kansas return man, wow, with a great return all the way out to about the 34-yard line. Tingle McCringleberry on the return. He's also the wide receiver 2 for the Kansas Jayhawks. Let's see if Kansas can respond to Minnesota's touchdown drive with a drive of their own from the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Major Kittens, a little pass over to the right to Chris Clement for only a 3-yard reception, but, you know, D, you get something going that gives the quarterback a little bit of confidence, right?
And he needed too, bro. Like, that's like sometimes you got to start with the ugly hoes. If you can't holler at nothing else, you got to take what you can get, right? That's what he got to do. Start with the ugly hoes, you know, work the game, get your game tight, and next thing you know, you'll be hollering at dime pieces. That's how you got to work. Start off small, baby.
So 3-yard passes are okay.
That's the ugly hoe.
That's the ugly hoe. Major Kittens threw a weird kind of pass over there, Mike. I guess that was incomplete, out of bounds?
Yes, generally when you catch it out of bounds, it is an incomplete pass.
That's usually how that goes down. I'm glad that you're here to let us know all of this. Everybody, thank you. Mike All, we also call in Mike Madden in the house tonight to break everything down for us. Kansas with having what is that, their 4th, 5th punt already? Unbelievable. Dicks between our legs with a short return. Hey-o. And let's see what Minnesota can do. Kansas got to do something here, D. If Kansas can't stop Minnesota on this, and Minnesota has a 2-score lead in this kind of weather, the way Kansas is playing, this game might be over early.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand, bro. Kansas got to do something. They got to shut them down. They got to shut them down like they came and shut me down when they found out I was pushing weight out of this house over here on 37th and Village. They got to shut them down.
That was you?
What you talking about? Never mind. Forget it.
14-yard reception to Steve Henry for Minnesota. Another first down for them. Benji Matson, your entire roster seems to have been hexed over Chad Rowland. Air raid not the best in the rain. Rocco McLevin saying, and Gunny McGuire hoping that doggy-style names don't get stolen from the ECU roster. Benji Matson's first quarter really exceeded my expectations. Well, you are the athletic director for Kansas, Benji, so I guess you had pretty low expectations. Minnesota from the shotgun. Once again, 1st and 10. Just across midfield here for the Golden Gophers. Inside handoff. Oh my gosh, is it dog pound to the doghouse, whatever you said. Time again, dog Holdorf for the 31-yard end around there. Mike, what's going on with the dog on this team right now?
So basically what they're doing is they're giving him the ball and he's running with it.
And he's gaining lots of yards.
When he gets past the line of scrimmage, yes.
Correct. Nice little pass to the left there, D, to Roger Howard for an 8-yard reception.
Yeah, Roger Howard, man. I remember his uncle used to play for Green Bay, Desmond. Yeah, man, Roger Howard got some potential, bro. I'm looking forward to that.
There you go. 4 wide receiver set, single back from the shotgun. They bring the tight end a little bit. They're going to go inside handoff again to the dog, and he's going to barely get a first down. Dog Holdorf with a 3-yard rush, another first down. Mike, can you overwork your dog?
You can, but you really got to ride it. D's Nuts knows more about riding a dog than most of us do, though.
Well, D,
hey, I don't ride dogs. I only ride dimes. You know, back in the day when I was a rookie in the game, I used to have to ride a dog or two. But now, man, please, if she ain't 10, I ain't messing with her. If she ain't 10, I ain't going in.
Roger Howard with a touchdown. Nice little out pattern there. Looked like the safety bid on it. He cruises into the end zone untouched until he gets into the end zone, obviously. Late touching there, Mike. How do you feel about late touching?
I mean, as long as there's touching, but it's like I've heard in the past. 10 will get you 20, Bo. Just beware of that.
Hey-yo. Minnesota.
Nuts. Ooh, D's nuts. And if she ain't a 10, I ain't going in. If she ain't a 10, you little pervert, D's nuts.
Kansas with the response. 1 yard deep. Out to about the 25. I think that's McCringleberry once again on the return. Minnesota up 14-0. If you're just joining us, this is the 3rd game of the night. Game 8 for the week. We have 4 more. Last game. This is the last game for tonight. We have 4 more on Friday night. Major Kittens with a lot of time there, Mike, but still no open receivers and has to throw the ball away.
Yeah, I feel like the water's really rattling him. Like I said before, the Kittens just don't do well in water.
Apparently not. I mean, but he's a major kid. Does that make a difference?
He's still below general.
He is. So Major General or Major Kittens versus General Cornwall. Is that where you're going with that?
Yes, something.
Got it. D's Nuts Dino, Gunny McGuire is saying in the chat, bringing up the Dinos again. Tingleberry with a 9-yard reception. 4th and 1 at your own 35. D, is this a time that maybe Kansas should have gone for it?
Yeah, it's a little too soon, man. You know, you don't want to do it too soon. It's only the second quarter. Maybe you don't want to give up that kind of field position. I feel you on that, but nah, bro.
Well, they punt it, and they still give them decent field position at the 35, and now Minnesota with a chance to come on down and make this a 3-score game before halftime. From the shotgun, man in motion, 4 receivers, now 5 receivers, going off to the side, and it's picked off by number 47. I don't know his name, but Master Astro, and I believe, was he the one who intercepted the first one? Is that his second pick of the game?
I do believe he was the one that picked it off the first time.
Kansas.
That's exactly why you punt, yo. You know, these nuts. I know what I'm talking about.
Well, there was an injury update, but these injury updates go so fast you can't read them. Major Kittens across the middle with his probably best pass of the night to Chris Clement for an 18-yard reception, Mike.
Yes, and usually that's what you want is a positive long reception. Otherwise, it's a short reception or a negative reception or no reception.
So positive ones are the best, just so the listeners at home can understand.
Yeah, usually the positive ones are the best ones.
There you go, folks. Now, we are not just a fun league, we are an educational league. Empty backfield from the shotgun, 5 receivers. Had a man over the middle, deep. I think he was open, but he just totally missed him.
Yeah, he was open, but he tricked it off like a little punk, man. If that was me, I'd have caught that ball. But look, man, look, you can't. You can take him out to eat, but you can't make him eat.
Yeah, there you go. Major Kittens now again. Oh, through the hands of the receiver, number 82. Mike, I think that probably should have been caught. Would have been a first down, and now Kansas has to settle for a field goal.
Yeah, and a field goal will give them 3 points.
Unless they miss it.
And if they miss it, then they come away with 0 points.
Okay. And they do not miss it. Kansas finally on the board. D, I got to ask you, though, with the way those last 2 passes were dropped and their momentum, does having to settle for a field goal seem like a failure on that drive, or is putting some points on the board worth it?
I mean, they playing with house money. You know, they did that off the INT. So, you know, I mean, I guess 3 points is 3 points. You want to get the 7, but if you can't get the 7, you better get the 3, because if you come away with 0, you a sucker.
Yeah, apparently. Dicks between her legs with an 18-yard return on the kickoff. We're now under 2 minutes in this first half. Minnesota 14-3, 4 receivers, single back from the shotgun, all kinds of time. Has to dump it off to Dog Holdorf, the halfback out of the backfield, and Amir Williams gives him a 5-yard pass. Amir now 12 for 20 passing. Not a great percentage there, Mike.
No, and I don't know if you saw that last graphic that was shown before they started their drive, but and as far as the rushing game was concerned, Dog was 69ing.
Oh, I heard about that. Okay. That was a 16-yard reception to Dog. And the Amir to Dog connection heating up here in the cold temperatures of Minneapolis, St. Paul. That was kind of a cold pass there, though, D. You got to say, 43-degree weather and the rain's got to be affecting these quarterbacks on both sides of the ball.
Man, listen, that's why I live down south, bro. I ain't trying to be up there in that cold, man. You can't even feel your nipples.
Do you normally feel your nipples, or is that something you just do in private?
Well, your nipples are your privates, bro.
All right, here comes Minnesota now. 1.5 minutes left in the game, or in the half, sorry. 14-3 Minnesota from the shotgun. Corner blitz, but they pick it up, and the quarterback Amir has to force a bad pass. Mike, that was great pickup blocking on that corner blitz by Minnesota.
Yeah, it looks like they've really worked out their blocking scheme, because that was, I thought for sure, going to be a sack there, but then he picked him up and it wasn't a sack.
It was not a sack. Amir Williams with another incomplete pass, 14 of 25. Not a great first half.
They're heating up. Y'all better watch out. Here they come.
Well, 4 wide receiver set, single back from the shotgun. Plenty of time. Great blocking. Has to hit the receiver off to the side, but he drops an incomplete pass. You know, Mike, I got to ask you, the incomplete pass, the percentage, 14 to 26 now, it's not all his fault. These receivers are dropping a lot of passes.
There is a lot of drop passes, and the rain definitely is affecting it, because when it's raining, you're not as dry as you are when it's not.
Wait. Are you saying that when it rains, things get wetter?
Yes. Also, when D Snuts is around, things get wetter.
Is that true, D? Is that true?
Hey, you know, the ladies love me. What can I say? Sometimes I just walk in the room and they be like, boom. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean. Tingle McCringleberry with a reception, 5-yard reception. Sorry. Major Kittens 10 of 19 for 71 yards so far. 4 wide receiver set, single back from the shotgun. Only 45 seconds left, and the clock is running. Mike, they better do something. They got that guy to jump. They didn't even snap the ball. What are they doing here?
They're just burning up the clock, and I don't know what their plan is here, because you want to score with time on the clock, not without time on the clock.
Yeah, I think Benji Matson might have to have a conversation with Benji Mangino about what is going on in this first half. They're literally just running it down.
Yeah,
I mean, they
Benji
have 3
Mangino
timeouts.
does not have a good plan here.
Yeah, they have 3 timeouts. All of that for a 3-yard reception, D. Was that just terrible clock management by Kansas?
That was terrible clock management. I think the coach must have been on the sideline getting a BJ or something, man. What was going on? He wasn't even paying attention.
And now they're going to run the ball off the left side and probably just run the clock out. 14-3 will probably be your halftime score. Minnesota dominating the yards, over 200 yards, and Kansas only with 74 first-half yards so far. They'll add a few more to that total before we get into the clubhouse as they throw a 6-yard reception over to Scooter. But only 7 seconds left, Mike. Not a lot of hope for Kansas in this first half.
Oh, their offense is just not very positive. Their punting game is unbelievable.
And
But
their Hail Mary game isn't that great either. As Dick's between her legs knocks down the wet ball to put us to halftime with Minnesota up 14-3. Mike, your first half thoughts?
Well, you know, to be fair, there's a lot of nice things about Minnesota and Minneapolis in general. Kansas is kind of boring, and it's really showing here.
Well, there's that, I guess. D, what are your thoughts on the first half of this game?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, man, Kansas City out here acting like a bunch of hoes. Ain't nobody got time for that mess, bro. They need to show up. Wake up, Kansas City.
Well, as you see, Dog, you've seen some of the highlights from the first half. Pretty much dominated by Minnesota, as you see General Cornwall on the sideline. First half stats, Minnesota with about 50 more yards passing, but look at the rushing yards. 69 for Minnesota, and Kansas 69. And Kansas, but look at Kansas, throws up a donut, 0. Minnesota with 2 turnovers, but
I'm not about the donut. I'm talking about that 69.
I know you are, but let's talk about the 2 turnovers by Minnesota that did not even affect them, Michael. You throw 2 interceptions, you don't expect to be up 10, 11 points, whatever it is, at halftime.
No, usually that's a negative, and that 0 really is surprising in the rushing game, because Cadillac Scoots was talked about as a Heisman potential candidate, but not with 0 yards.
Yeah, not tonight. D, how do you feel about seeing 69 yards by Minnesota in the first half?
You know what, man? That made my night. I'm all right. I don't care who win now. I got to see 69. I ain't gonna get to see another one for about the next 45 minutes or so until I go upstairs. You know what I mean?
I don't know what just happened there, Dave. The quarterback just kind of stood there holding the ball out for like a half hour.
You know, sometimes they have these play breakdowns where the quarterbacks get confused. If somebody doesn't show up for a play in the right spot, they freeze like a deer in the headlights.
Yeah, that quarterback did not make a smart move, but at least it didn't negatively affect them.
Well, they have first down on that play afterwards. Amir now 15 of 28. One of the first times we're seeing him under center. He's like really up in there. Checking the play from the sideline. He backs off. Oh, now he's back up in there again. Quick snap, quick handoff, and a quick tackle. A lot of motion and a lot of nothing to get nothing there, Mike.
Yeah, and I think I know why Amir played up on center there, because the center said, "Hey Amir," and I think he thought he said, "Hey, come here."
Okay. Well, I'm glad he didn't say something about his rear. Minnesota handoff to Holdor for a 6-yard rush, or a 5-yard rush. 3rd and 5. He's under center again. He's really enjoying it. He's doing a lot of fake hikes there. And Holdorf, man, the dog just right up the middle, running people over for another good gain, another first down. He's got 67 yards, D. He's a couple yards short of your favorite number there.
Kansas City can't seem to do nothing with these cats, yo.
Well, Minnesota now throwing the ball, but the slippery, wet ball falling through another pair of hands as Minnesota drops another ball. I can't wait to see Amir's completion percentage at the end of this game. 4 wide receivers set, single back from the shotgun. Amir is going to get sacked. No, he gets away, throws the ball away. Mike, that was a great play by Amir, saving the sack there.
It was smart to throw the ball away. How he shutted the tackler, though, that astonishes me, because their defensive line in Kansas isn't a bad one.
It's not, but maybe he was just too slippery to tackle. And they throw the screen pass, and is that Holdorf? I think that's Dog.
That's 21, Dave.
Oh, that's Brian Moss, actually. 35-yard reception down the sideline. You guys saw Kansas blitzed up the middle. They ran a little screen to the side. It was the perfect play call against that defense, Mike.
Yes, whenever there's a blitz like that, you want to throw a little screen, and usually the defenders will be out of position.
And then what happens? Minnesota throws their 3rd interception, Mike. Look at that. 3 turnovers now. Number 14. Kevin Smith with the interception. D. Minnesota had a chance there to maybe even put this game away early, but Kansas with the interception, and now they have some life.
Yeah, they thought about it, man. But Kevin Smith, his uncle taught him real well. You know, his uncle is Rod, and Rod taught him how to get at that rock. And so Rod was like, man, you better not let them fools get over you. So that's what he did.
And there you go. And Major Kittens fumbles the ball. He had a first down on the run, fumbles the ball, gives it right back, Mike. And now Minnesota's back in the position they were in just a moment ago.
Yeah, ideally when you take away the ball from the other team, you want to have that ball and use it to do something, not give it back to the other team.
Yeah, number 57 in on that hit, Oliver Closeoff. We talked about him in pregame, helped make that ball come loose. You know, Oliver Closeoff usually makes balls go loose. 4 wide receiver set, single back from the shotgun, inside handoff. Ooh, oh my God, he's just straight arming people left and right, dragging people to the end zone. Brian Moss with a 24-yard touchdown run. He's the backup running back, Mike, and he is not looking like a backup right there.
Yeah, the Kansas' secondary is playing great, but the rest of it is just not getting it done. Minnesota has definitely got more points than Kansas.
Well, D, if you're Minnesota, and we're not sure where Dog is, if Dog got hurt, we haven't heard, I haven't seen an update yet, but if he's hurt, having a backup like that, it's like you don't even skip a beat.
Man, you just keep it moving, man. Brian Moss is a beast, man. But I already knew he would be. When I met his brother, and his brother was out there in the NFL, I knew Brian was going to be a beast, just like his brother. His brother used to make some crazy catches. You might have heard of him.
Randy. Yeah, I have heard of him. Tingle McCringleberry. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he just fumbled the return, but he got the ball back. Kansas almost giving the ball back again to Minnesota deep in their own territory. Kansas down 21-3. 3 receivers to the left, 1 up top. The back goes out as well. Nice little pass to the left for a 12-yard reception for Melvin Blake. Great yards after catch on that one, Mike.
Yeah, and that's definitely what you want to do, is you want to catch it, and then you want to gain yards.
Well, he did a good job of that. Same play, it looks like, and they go to the left side again. This time it goes to Tingle again for an 8-yard reception, 2nd and 2. D, it looks like Kansas might actually have something going this time.
Yeah, man, they need to keep this hurry up. It's working for them, man. Keep it going. They got to do something because they've been looking limp.
Well, little pass off to the side. Would have been a first down, but he drops it. Major Kittens just on the prior pass to that hit the 100-yard mark for the day. 3rd and 2. I still don't understand all the passing in this weather. You would think they would run the ball more, but they do run an air raid offense, so I guess there's your answer. Nice little handoff to Cadillac Scoots. That was a decent run finally from him, the Heisman hopeful there, Mike.
Yeah, and that's what you want, is you want to hand off the ball and have them gain positive yardage.
And how's that for positive yardage, D, with that nice little pass to the right to Cadillac Scoots again. 12-yard reception that time. Cadillac Scoots getting his game on a little bit.
Yeah, they finding a way to get Cadillac involved in the game, man. It's about time. You know, with a name like Cadillac, he's supposed to be playing like a pimp.
Right. Melvin Blake, 3-yard reception on the sideline. Gives Kansas a chance to regroup, but they don't take it. They're going to go no huddle anyway. Try to keep this Minnesota defense off balance, Mike.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do. You want to keep the defense off balance, and in order to do that, you want to hand off and pass the ball.
Well, they passed a 6-yard reception over to McCringleberry once again, and they are in a very manageable 3rd and 1, about 1.5 actually. And they're going no huddle again from the shotgun. Here comes the blitz up the middle. He gets rid of it just in time. Great pass to Cadillac Scoots for a 9-yard reception. We were talking about Cadillac a moment ago there, D, and Cadillac just keeps producing play after play on this drive.
He gonna have to, man. He been playing like a punk this whole game, bro. It's time for him to clock in.
Well, he is definitely clocked in. Handoff up the middle. Looks like Cadillac again. Only a few yards in that one. Oh, it's Kurt Miller, his backup. Looks like Cadillac got a little breather on the sideline. That's a 3-yard rush. Looking at a 2nd and 7 from about the 17-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Halfback goes out as well. Nice little pass. Mike, they're getting it done just a little bit at a time. No big plays, but little by little they're getting it.
Yeah, you don't always need big plays, Dave. Sometimes little plays will add up to big things.
That's not what she said. All right, from the shotgun, 4 wide receivers set. The halfback wide open on the right, but they go to the receiver that's covered by about 5 Golden Gophers instead. But Mike Davis does make the 3-yard reception and gives Kansas a 1st and goal from about the 8-yard line. That was a dangerous pass, D, but it worked.
Yeah, it worked. And let's see if they can put it in the end zone now, man. They've been playing with him.
Yeah, well, there's another 5-yard reception. I'm a little surprised how much Kansas is throwing the ball in the red zone. I would expect more running right here. And there's their quarterback keeper run up the middle. Major Kittens, 4-yard touchdown run. Mike, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, and that was great. And to expand on what Dee said, sometimes you got to play with the end zone before you can punch it in there.
Yes, I heard about that as well. So the extra point will make it 21-10. Kansas back in this game, D?
I don't know if they're going to have enough time, man. They've been playing around. They pretty much tricked off the whole first 2 quarters, bro. So it's like now they down by 11. It ain't over yet. The fat lady ain't singing, but she's finishing up her snack. She coming to the stage.
She's on her way there. Dicks between her legs, 26-yard return. Here's a little game recap. You see a couple of the interceptions thrown by Minnesota. Actually, you just see all 3 of them, which hasn't seemed to hurt them at all thus far in the game, other than to take away potential opportunities to have a bigger lead. Real quick, in the chat, another TV viewer, Benji Matson, Bing Cortana, Bob Funk, Bo Martin Jr., Commander Root, Crazy Canuck, Dave Axis, Debbie Moore, David Leathers, Doug Britton, Eagle Mondavi, Gunny McGuire, Mike All, Rocco McLovin, and Small Stream DC server in the house. Thank you for tuning in to the All-American Coaching League, brought to you by Axis Sports. This is Game 3 tonight, and this has definitely been, Mike, I would say, the sloppiest of the 3 games.
Oh, yes, very sloppy. And when it gets sloppy, it's going to be dirty.
Is that true, D? Does it really get dirty when it gets sloppy?
I don't know, man. It can get as dirty as it can get. So I don't mind it dirty, but even if it's sloppy, I just prefer it be wet. I ain't trying to. Oh wait, you talking about something else? All right.
Hey, we were just talking about if Kansas back in this game, and now they get their 4th interception, and this might be a pick 6. Takes it all the way down to the 9-yard line. D, you were just saying a moment ago you don't think there was time. What do you think now?
Well, like I said, the fat lady was eating her snack. They must have offered her some cake or something because she done sat back down.
D, I believe that's number 14's 2nd interception. So they have 2 defensive backs with 2 interceptions apiece. Is it really just the defensive backs keeping Kansas in this game?
That's all it is, man. They ain't been putting up no offense up until lately. They trying to get Cadillac going, but yeah, man, defense been keeping them in it.
Yeah, Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, so Kevin Smith is definitely helping to turn Amir into Silent Bob, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Here comes Kansas again. Another exact same play from the last touchdown, and now Major Kittens has 2 40-yard quarterback keeper touchdowns within the last minute or so. Kansas is definitely back in this game with a chance. Do they go for 2 here? No, I guess not. So 21-17 looks like it's going to be your score at the end of the third quarter unless Minnesota returns this for a touchdown. Mike, let me start with you. What do you think about the comeback from Kansas over these last few minutes?
I think it's nice, but they still have a ways to go. I mean, if they could have gone for a 4-point play there, that would have been better.
Unfortunately, this is not basketball.
Yeah, I suppose you're correct.
You suppose I'm correct. All right, folks, that's the end of 3. Minnesota up 21-17. Kansas knocking at the door. And let's see if Kansas can get another stop here and potentially have a game drive or a lead-taking drive afterwards. Minnesota on the first play. Amir throwing it up, almost throws his 5th interception, Mike. That was a very dangerous pass.
Yeah, I mean, he's up and down. It's hard to read this kid. He does great, and then he does horrible.
It is hard to read him. Amir from the shotgun again. He's going to get sacked. 6-yard sack by Lorenzo Strickland. And I don't think that's something Minnesota could afford to take right there.
Nah, that's the last thing they needed, man. But I'm going to tell you something, man. This Kansas City defense is nice because if it wasn't for them, they'd be getting blew out right now. But this defense really stepped up. Minnesota better look out.
Yeah, this is Kansas University, not Kansas City Chiefs, right?
Are they located? Did I say the Chiefs?
No, you said Kansas. They're not located in Kansas City. They're located in Lawrence, Kansas.
Oh, well.
I just want to make sure we're watching the same game. That's all.
Whoever it is, they balling out now.
All right. Well, they forced Minnesota to punt again, and I got to tell you, Mike, I'm feeling the momentum swing, and I think even though Kansas played absolutely terrible in the first half, they have a chance to take the lead here in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, I think maybe Benji Mangina got him all together and got things figured out and maybe gave him a rousing speech. Benji Mangina does do a lot of good things like that.
Yeah, I guess Benji Madsen got all over.
And a rousing speech.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Well, it just seems par for the course, doesn't it? Kansas from the shotgun again. It looks like 4 wide receivers with the halfback going out as well. Oh, man, wide open. And, if he puts that on target, that's probably 6 points, Mike. The receiver had Murgatroyd Skittles, had to dive for it, so they don't get the touchdown, but they do get a long gain and first down.
Yeah, Murgatroyd Skittles, as we all might know, is a big fan. He's grown up as a big fan of Art Vandelay, and that was his tribute there.
That did look like an Art Vandelay type catch. Another reception now, a 7-yard reception, puts them in 2nd and 3. Another quarterback keeper by Major Kittens. Don't tell me he's going to get another touchdown. He gets down to the 4-yard line with a 12-yard rush. They're from the 4-yard line. This could be Major Kittens' 3rd 4-yard touchdown run in a row.
Yeah, and I bet you he going to do it. They ain't stop it the first 2 times. What make you think they're going to stop it this time?
Well, you might have to the way he's passing because I have no idea who that pass was to right there. 2nd and goal. They get a chance to regroup. They're huddling. Slow down the offense a little bit. Be a little more methodical. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Single back from the shotgun, and there's the play. But this time, Minnesota reads it and stops them. Mike, you can only go to the wheelhouse so many times, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. This is telling me that maybe the team doesn't really have that confidence in Cadillac Scoots. And as we all know, Cadillac Scoots, his uncle is Chevy Chase.
Yes, and speaking of Cadillac, he does get the 1-yard touchdown up the middle. Finally touches the ball again after about a quarter and a half, I think. And just several minutes ago, you were talking about the fat lady. Where's the fat lady now?
She met this drunk dude at the bar, and they in the back room getting it on.
I think she might have to wait a few more minutes to come out because this game is far from over. Minnesota with a chance to come back.
She ain't thinking about this game right now, bro. She on something else.
Kansas 24-21. I believe this game was 21-3 at one point. 21 unanswered points by the Jayhawks, all here in the second half. Amir with a nice little pass to Edgar Williams for a 12-yard reception. Let's see what Minnesota does. They've got 3 minutes. They got 3 timeouts, so they have plenty of time. Mike, do you think they hurry it up, or do they just take their time, milk the clock, and then try to win it, near the end?
Well, I mean, if the first half is anything to be seen, it was something that we watched already.
I'm sorry, what? What did you say? And Mike always gone. D. You still with us? I just want to make sure. I just trying to check to see how much this broadcast going off the rails right now.
I don't know what Mike all be talking about, man. Dude be out there. He out there talking about some craziness, bro.
Oh, and there's almost a 5th interception. Astro knocking it down again. Mike, are you back with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So what I said was, if the first half was anything to be seen, that was. He watched.
Dude, what the?
I'm sorry. Somebody was tickling me. But anyways.
D, keep your hands to yourself, bro.
Nah, bro. Nah, I don't swing that way, pimp.
Anyways, now that Kansas has put points on the board, they're not losing anymore.
There you go. Minnesota.
You yourself, bro. You wait till after the doggone show, dog.
Let me ask you real quick, getting back to some football, as Nick Kringleberry tries to bounce it out to the outside for a 17-yard punt return. Was Minnesota, with 2 minutes left, 3 timeouts, was punting the right decision there?
Nope.
Nope. Mike?
It was the right decision if they didn't want to score.
Okay, there you go. Speaking of not scoring, Kurt Miller, he did get the first down. I thought they were going to mark him short. He does get the first down, so now we're 2 minutes left in the game. Minnesota has to burn their first time out, and Kansas is a couple first downs away from wrapping this up, and quite possibly the best comeback of week 1. I'd have to go back and look at the rest of the games, but Mike, if this score stands, what a comeback by Kansas.
Yes, this will be the biggest comeback this game.
I don't. Is Major Kittens at your house? I'm not sure what is going on.
Nasty, bro. You nasty.
D, what do you think about Kansas? I mean, really a tale of two halves, 2 completely different teams from the first half to the second half. What do you think about this Kansas team coming back and potentially stealing this victory?
Talk, man. I'm gonna tell you, it's all about the defense of Kansas City. Not Kansas City. Don't come at me, bro. Kansas. It's all about the defense of Kansas. Kansas, they defense went hard, man. They went hard, yo. I got mad respect for them.
Yeah, 4 interceptions. They could have had a couple more. It's been a great secondary for Kansas as they're just milking the clock now. Minnesota out of timeouts. They'll have the ball back with just over a minute left to play. With no timeouts, though, Mike, if you're back with us. So Minnesota, all they got to really do, though, they don't have to get a touchdown, as Dix between her legs returns for 7 yards. They just need to get in field goal range and tie this up.
Correct.
I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page.
I am surprised they got away from Dog, man. He was eating, bro. Why they get away from Dog?
I think he might have gotten hurt, maybe, because I haven't seen him even on the field. I think since halftime.
I did get a report, Dave. He has fleas.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes, he when he was in the end zone that time earlier when he scored, that was why he was in the end zone.
Oh, okay.
He apparently picked up fleas.
Okay, so does he have to tickle himself to get rid of them, or how does that work?
No, they had to get a specialized collar for him, but unfortunately, it's making it so he can't run the ball.
Oh, Kansas with a huge sack, an 8-yard sack by Michael Scott. Now 4th and 18, 44 seconds left. That might be the ball game, D.
Here we go, 4th and game. Let's see what happened. What they got?
That's it. I'm kind of in shock. Minnesota had a 21-3 lead, and Kansas comes back in the second half, scores 21 unanswered points. I got to say, we were talking about how those 3 interceptions at the time, at halftime, did not hurt Minnesota, but as you look back now, I think maybe they did, Mike.
Yeah, especially in the second half.
And Kansas in victory formation. They only had the 1, I believe, in the second half. But 4 interceptions total. D, if one of those interceptions doesn't happen, maybe Minnesota's in a position where they can put more points on the board and they're not losing this game.
That's facts, kid.
Well, folks, that is your ball game from Minneapolis, St. Paul. I don't know if you're in as much shock as we are there, as I see the people in the chat, but Kevin Smith is your player of the game. 2 tackles with 3 interceptions. So I guess he had that first one, Mike. We must have confused him with number 47. 3 interceptions on the day. I mean, that's a whole season for some players. What an amazing day for that kid.
Yeah, Kevin Smith really put the Jersey Trilogy out there.
He really did. D, are you as surprised as the rest of us right now?
You know what, man? I'm not, because I know Kansas. I know I gave them a hard time earlier, but Kansas defense was acting a donkey, right? And so I knew they was gonna come back if they just could keep the pressure on, because eventually that dam was gonna have to break, and that's exactly what happened. Kansas just kept that defense. They just kept that defense strong and hard, like it was on Viagra or something, dog. And they got that win. They got the W. So I can't say nothing. Kudos to y'all.
Yeah, Major Kittens had at least 2 touchdowns, possibly 3. We know Scooter had 1 as well. I don't remember their first one. We'll have to look at the. Oh no, that's right. No, they had 2. He had 2. Scooter had 1. So does 3 defensive, 3 interceptions on the defensive side of the ball, does that outrank it? I guess 2 touchdowns by the quarterback for player of the game for you guys?
If you look at it like this, without them 3 interceptions, he don't get them 2 touchdowns. So yeah, them 3 INTs, that one's huge, bro.
Yeah, that's a good one. Time of possession actually not too terrible, within a couple minutes of each other. Mike All, as we're starting to look through these player stats here, we're going to start with Minnesota. Amir Williams, 21 of 43, not a great percentage, only 48%. 214 yards, 2 touchdowns, but those 4 picks, that was definitely the difference in the game.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you turn it over, you're not scoring.
Yeah, that's true. No.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If I turn it over, I'm scoring.
I just, you know what? As soon as he said that, I just knew that's where you were going with that. I gotta love it. I'm a little surprised that we got to find out. Let me check Dogs. I want to look at his stats just real quick before I finish up. Dog Holdorf, only 9 carries, 67 yards. He must have gotten hurt, and we must have missed the I think I just did the defense. We must have missed the alert on that, you guys, because he was having such a great game, Mike. I don't see another reason why they would have removed him from the game for almost the entire second half.
I think we covered this, Dave. He got fleas.
Okay. I didn't realize you were serious. That's completely my bad, Mike. D, as we start to look at this Kansas team now, let's start with the quarterback, Major Kittens. Passing with his arm, not bad, 111 rating, 25-37, 193 yards. No touchdowns or interceptions, but he did most of the damage with his legs, right, with the 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, he did, man. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. Kansas defense, they legit. But man, Kittens need to grow up. He need to come back as Colonel Cat. Somebody, because he need to grow up. Because they're not gonna be able to beat a lot of these other teams like that, bro.
Yeah, that's probably a good point. Couple sacks on there, and where's the interceptions here? And there it is. Kevin Smith with 3 interceptions. Master Astro with the other interception. A defensive dominant performance by these Jayhawks tonight, especially from a team, to be honest with you, I thought the game was over at halftime, Mike.
No, Dave. There's usually another half after that.
Dude, I just keep putting the ball on the tee. Oh, my God. Well, let's go check out the game wrap-up, and then we will wrap up this entire evening. We're almost perfectly on schedule. We've been on the air now for exactly 3 hours, which is what we were pushing for. We'll go a few minutes over. We appreciate everybody that's tuned in tonight. As you look at the post-game stats, Minnesota dominating in first downs, rushing yards, passing yards. They had everything. Unfortunately, they also had the most turnovers, D, which is where this game was lost.
Right. And, man, I was trying to tell y'all earlier, you know, they at Kansas City, Kansas, don't come at me, bro. Kansas defense was keeping them in the game, and Minnesota just kept letting them hang around. And, of course, if you let me hang around enough and I get enough turnovers, what I'm going to do, I'm going in. And that's what Kansas did.
And that's what they did. You need to stop calling so many NFL games and just concentrate on the college games, bro. How about this? Dog Holdorf doesn't even play almost an entire half, still gets Offensive Player of the Game for Minnesota with his 9 carries for 67 yards, 4 receptions, 31 yards, and a touchdown. Captain Cornwall on the defensive side of the ball for Minnesota, 7 tackles and that forced fumble. Your Offensive Player of the Game for Kansas, Major Kittens, 25 of 37, 193, 10 carries, 22 yards, 2 total touchdowns. Both of those were rushing. And then your man of the game, your player of the entire game, Kevin Smith, the corner from Kansas, 2 tackles, but 3 picks. That was the game. Folks, this is going to about wrap this up. Before I get last thoughts from Mike and D, let me just tell you, there's no games tomorrow night. We've got the SSF finals. So we'll be back here on Friday night, starting at 8 p.m. Number 14, Houston travels to number 15, Iowa State. We've got another high-ranked team playing at 9 p.m. on Friday as Central Florida, the second-ranked team in the nation, travels to 18th-ranked Marshall, which both of these gentlemen in the booth with me have a special relationship with. 10 o'clock will be 9th-ranked San Diego State traveling to number 23 Washington State. And then your last game of the night, which is also your last game of the week, 11th-ranked Indiana traveling to 22nd-ranked Western Michigan. And that's a wrap. Mike and D, give me your last thoughts on tonight's game.
It was a solid game. A lot of turnovers. Kevin Smith, your player of the game. Not only is he impressive on the field, but he works hard in school to get a good education, and he works hard off the field too as a clerk at the Quick Stop convenience store, where he's making the money to attend this college where he's having such a successful career.
Well, that is a lot of backstory on that player, so we appreciate that. D, what are your final thoughts for tonight?
Well, apparently Mike didn't know that Kevin Smith been slanging nicks and dimes for me for the last 6 months. So you talking about him working at the corner store? Hey, well, I guess he got to push it somewhere. So it is what it is, bruh. But I ain't gonna put him on Front Street like that. But as far as the game go, yeah, it was a good game, man. Kansas City got that defense going on, and Minnesota didn't have nothing for him. So for the rest of the college teams better look out for that. Not Kansas City. Don't come at me, bro. Kansas, they better look out for that Kansas defense, because that Kansas defense is the real deal.
Oh, my God. All right, folks. For D's Nuts, for Mike All, and for all the other commentators tonight, we want to say thank you for tuning in to the All-American Coaching League, brought to you by Axis Sports. We will see you in about a little less than 48 hours on Friday night, 8 p.m., right here as we wrap up the last 4 games of week 1. In the meantime, happy birthday, Marines. Happy Veterans Day tomorrow. We'll see you Friday night. Good night now.